Yeah, because we. I would keep it a buck. My man, thankfully for my man's Charles. After I logged into that bitch Snapchat, I saw that shit. Worked everything I love. I was like, if that nigga wasn't there, I don't know what I would have. I probably would have crashed out.
No, for real, bro. You gotta.
I might have crashed out.
Something not crash.
Yeah, I might have crashed out. But this nigga, like, he always just been a W man. So, like, you know what I mean? He was always just wild. He never had a girlfriend. He never cared fuck my bitches ever. So I was right next to the perfect person to be when something like that happens, bro. Right. Because immediately that nigga jumped into action, started rolling a blunt.
He said, bro, don't even worry.
But not a minute. He started rolling a blunt.
I already know.
Bro,
yo,
he started texting hoes, I swear. I'll never forget this, bro. He started texting every. You know, when you young, you just got this group of friends, girls, this group. Everybody in the arsenal till somebody was willing to link. Bro, I was staying at his crib at the time too. His parents always had mad liquor in the garage.
He said, nah,
bro,
we're gonna take care of this.
Within 2 hours, we was downstairs, chilling with girls, smoking, drinking. I couldn't even remember, you know?
You were having a good time.
That's cap. You remember?
I woke up the next morning, fucked up.
Like, cause that's you be in the club, like, you know, with your drink, like yeah, but then in the back of your head,
shit fucked up.
Like,
shit
you know what?
Fucked up.
I gotta enjoy this
shit fucked up, boy.
Shit fucked up here, man. So you gotta, like, you ever see the meme with the smile, the massive smile? Yo, yourself, life. That's how you know life is real.
It was that.
You don't realize life is real until you're put in a situation to where that meme is you in real life, and you have to grow the fuck up. You can't. It's like, yo, you know what? Toughen up, let your nuts drop. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. Put on that. You feel me? You can be as mad as you want to back here. Go home, and like I said, sometimes again, shit be so bad, it make you want to connect with nature. It make you want to go on a walk. Bro. You know what I mean? It make you want to call your mom and have a conversation. Like, it make you want to just like call your sister or some shit and just like, hey, how are you? Like, some shit be so bad, it make you want to come back to your roots, and it make you like notice like, the trees look nice today. Like just other shit, because if you don't, you might just really crash the fuck out. So that's how you know you're a real life an adult. Like, man, so like
I've been through it.
I've been through a couple of things,
bro.
Yo, heartbreak come, you still got bills on the first. You gotta go to work. You gotta act like you're not mad. You feel me? You bagging up shit, like trying to pretend like you're not thinking about whatever you just saw. You feel me? Right. They ask you, how's your day? Like, they ask you, can I have more ketchup? Like, can I get some more ketchup? Like just whatever voice, and you're like,
it's just, I've been there.
He's like, I need to go on my break.
And the worst part is when you gotta deal with it while you at work. I'm trying to now you gotta do your job.
I'm trying to tell you.
You didn't even want to do this job. You like, man, how the fuck I even got this job?
Now you questioning everything.
You know what I mean? Now you questioning everything you got going on in life.
And they gonna replace me too?
Right.
You know what?
Nigga, you have to wake up in the morning and you need to be here.
Yeah, man.
Oh shit, now you gotta pay a bill next week. And this bitch over there living life.
Yeah.
Some retard don't know better.
Oh my god, you sitting here like, it ain't fair. So you get to just go on and be happy, and I gotta be man, whatever, bro.
Nah, yeah, that shit happens to you when you a legit. But
once you go,
glad it happened.
You have to go through.
I'm glad, because I see niggas, it still ain't happened to them.
They be 32. They be 32, still never been in no relationship.
You know what's crazy? It's happening to them, but they so far deep, they so far gone, they'll never realize it.
Nah, bro.
They don't know the potential.
Yeah.
So here's
they're not understanding of the potential, man. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta know to know.
So many guys, at least in this time, have no like sense of like relationships or anything with women, period. They don't have no dealings, they don't have no social skills, they don't have no nothing. So they're getting to their late 30s, still never have been in no real shit. So it's like, I'm like, damn, you're about to go through your teenage heartbreak in 32, bro. At 32. That's gonna suck.
You know what I always say? You know what I always realize?
Nah.
Like, if you wasn't
Cause I don't know. No, I don't know. No, tell me, nigga.
You gotta go through this shit.
There's some people out there like if you didn't grow up getting girls based off just who you are, you're gonna have a hard time when you grow up, bro. Cause some niggas don't start getting girls
right
till they go and get a real job to where they can actually uphold something.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
What age are you talking?
And add some sort of value. Some niggas don't get there till 25.
Okay. So you're saying
30.
What is
bullshit in their whole 20s.
What is
finally
the
had to
age?
take life serious at 30. Now he's working 11 hours a day. Finally got some money. Finally got a little apartment. Finally got a little car.
Right.
Like he finally got what he needs to be himself. Finally. You know what I'm saying?
What is the
he's
latest
not really
age
knowing
that a guy can? What is the latest age a guy can be without that success with women before it's like, all right, now you're kind of cooked?
21.
Okay. 21. You said it fast. All the 21.
But when you say successful women, do you
by
go
21
through that heartbreak already, or
listen, by 21,
like you've
Like you've been
had
through that
somebody
already and, like,
that likes you. You really like them. They really like you. You've dealt with one or two. You kind of have been outside to where it's like, all right, bet I've had meaningful relationships with women. Like, yeah, you're right. After 21, if you haven't had like a meaningful relationship with anybody yet, you start approaching dangerous territory. You start approaching
now
territory.
you outside.
Yeah, and
you don't even know how to be outside. You don't even know, like, you know what I mean, what it takes to be outside for real. You know what I mean? You
downloading a bunch of apps instead of talking to people in real life. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with apps, but it's like, if that's all
there's something wrong with apps.
If that's all you know.
No. There's something.
Okay.
I'm 100% against dating apps.
why?
If somebody met on there, kudos. I am 100% against dating apps. And that could 100% be tied to my ego. Not gonna lie. 100%.
Oh, what happened? You didn't get. Let me guess. He downloaded Hinge and got no likes. So now he's tight.
No.
He downloaded Hinge. He was like, damn, whale.
No, I did the Tinder test.
Yeah.
I stopped that Tinder as well.
Tinder.
I did the Tinder test.
Nah, Tinder's not.
That's how long
Tinder's
ago.
not for black people.
That's how long ago.
You feel me?
But like my shit was striking. You know? But like, and I don't even want to say this on no brag, but like after a certain point in life, I felt like I had a good opportunity with women. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a good shot after a while. Like things panned out. Checked out over 6 feet. Everything stayed straight. The gap closed up. I didn't even need braces.
I never had braces in my life.
But I used to have a gap. When my wisdom teeth grew in, it closed everything, and it just checked out. You know, I got my muscle up, I got my money up, got my name up a little bit. You know, everything just kind of went the way it needed to go. So it was like, okay, I don't think I need
Do you remember the Great Shift?
Big Shift?
The Great Shift.
The Great Shift.
Yes.
2020?
From when dark skins became in.
100%. We was in.
It was like 2016, 2015. It might have been like 2015 when
2015.
Yeah, it might have been 2015. That's when the Great Shift, at least for the males, because I don't know when
And then shortly after
women
that,
counterparts got through the shift. But at least I know as a guy.
I don't want the shift.
Right, you don't want the
I
shift?
don't want the shift.
Oh, you
For
think?
me.
Right.
No.
right?
I think it's already happened though. I think I think right now, at least our women counterparts are going through their shift, because now everybody's like, oh, I want a dark skin queen and blah blah.
I wouldn't have got me the East African. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, hey, I remember you used to say when the teacher used to put on a movie in class, the lights would come off and y'all would be like, "Where's Jeremy? Where'd he go?"
Oh, you want that too?
Yo, duh. Yeah. They used to be like,
I used to disrespect it. Where's King Mill?
Yeah. Oh my God, where'd he go?
Yeah.
And then after, oh, I can only see you because of your teeth. Like, it used to be shit like that. So it's like, oh, but now you want a dark skin.
And it used to be black niggas doing that shit too. Black light skinned people doing that shit too,
yeah,
bro.
It's like, bro, you this color, I'm this color. You sit here and talk about it's come on now, but what I'm
Them
trying to
niggas fat now, bald, no hairline.
mad because the women calling them fat feminine. So now the shift went from we don't want none of the dark skin African booty scratcher disappearing the unlocked character in
Them
Mario.
niggas gotta pay to play.
Like, they used to say it was unlocked characters from like in Mario. You feel me? Like that shit like ridiculous. You feel me? The unlocked character because it's the shadow. You feel me? You can't see it. You know what I mean? So that shift happened. That great shift happened. And then that's when I was like, oh shit, like shit, all right, I'm having my way out here, da da da, like whatever. You feel me? I didn't understand what was going on, but I was like, fuck it, and it just never changed, at least for me, because I've also grew into myself. Because I remember being young. You know, nobody's cool. At least there are cool people when you're young, I guess, from your eyes. Like, oh my God, when you're a little third grader, you think that other third grader is cool because his mom bought him Jordans or whatever. It's like, all right, cool. But, you know, younger, fat, like a little, like just into like nerdy and shit. Even, oh, bro, yeah, facts. Weight is one of my, I'm terrified. I'm terrified of putting on too much weight. It can never happen, bro. I gotta stay within like a certain range.
Ridiculously skinny, like called CPS on his parents.
I believe it.
Why do I see his ribs?
Until
they started feeding me cornmeal.
My moulin.
Yes.
My moulin.
Yes. Until they started throwing that shit in there. My dad was like,
"Nah, we're not about to go everywhere," and they looking at us like we back.
Finish your food. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
That shit, boy. You better eat that shit, boy. Your ass is getting belt to ass, boy.
Yeah, man.
Nah, they know what to prepare you for, I guess.
But you know, after the great shift, shortly after that, they got into the Haitians.
Nah, that's
because Haitians still, if you was black and Haitian back in the day, oh man, you was, cause all a nigga had to say was, "Shut up, you Haitian." That's it.
Luckily, I was in Spring Valley, so a majority of us.
They did that shit to us there too.
A majority of us.
The Jamaicans.
You feel me?
The Jamaicans would be like, "Shut up, you Haitian."
It was too many of us that was like that for them to even try that shit. To be honest, you know what I mean? Because we had a couple Africans, we had a couple like, and
I grew up
a mix
up
of
top.
everybody. You know what I mean?
See, I grew up top where everybody was like that. So
Right.
nobody didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Niggas would be, "Shut up, you Haitian," bro.
What?
There's 90 other Haitians here. Like, but Jamaicans was cool because reggae was cool. The little
Dance
hit it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wasn't doing that to fucking compa.
5 cent, 10 cent dollar.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know exactly.
You know,
what
like
that shit is.
Serrani,
Oh,
vibes.
that's-
Everybody was popping back then. Niggas was not pushing that compa. You was
Now
only
we got
hearing that in the cabs.
Exactly. Yeah, whatever the fuck you saying.
Guerrero and that BBX, they don't know about that. No, not Femi. I tweaked. I'm cutting that part out. Len and Benny X. Len.
Oh
That's
man, it's never been a better time. You feel me? It's never been a better time for the culture. You know, all my Zolas, like I say, you feel me? We just opened up a restaurant, Flatbush Avenue, 1053 Flatbush Avenue. Come get yourself some Haitian food for real. You know,
It's open, Chad. It's open.
Yeah, we opened. The remodeling went well. The community's already rocking with us. I haven't put out no content yet because I want to make sure that when y'all see it, y'all all have a good experience. But we pushing that goodies, man. Pull up. And it's like I said, bro, it's never been a better, like, Burna Boy hopped on the Joey song for Campe.
Right.
So that one's dope as well. You feel me? But there's mad stuff that's been like happening since the last time we spoke. I don't even know.
Yeah, bro, we gotta get into a lot, bro. We gotta recap on life real quick, man.
How's the business been going?
How's the business going?
Hey man, we can say officially I was a productive member of society in the workforce for about a year and a half.
A slave.
I mean, I wouldn't say that.
It's okay.
You know what I mean? We went from the streets to Wall Street, so I'm happy with that shit. You know what I mean? Like I did what I came to do.
Represent Black Wall Street.
Yeah, bro. Without the credentials, but you feel me? When you know, when certain opportunities present themselves, when God call you, you qualify. You feel me? Yeah, man. But regardless, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, if y'all don't know, I had a career in like selling software. So I worked for cybersecurity companies, and then I worked for like a finance company out in Manhattan, and that was dope for a while. But I had to say goodbye. You feel me? Because we're gonna make the entrepreneurial business, music, art, all of that go. Specifically more the business, just because like again, like you can't. After a certain point, you have to make the decision. All right, it's either I'm gonna make the choice to jump off the porch and you know support myself, make the bag myself, make enough bread, or I'm gonna keep working because you can't do both. Like it won't get to a certain level if you try and split yourself between both. You feel me? So that was
back on that reefer too, chat.
Hey man, it's been I went a full year and change. I think like a year and a month.
It's better than most.
Huh?
That's better than most.
Yeah.
I still haven't gone a week in like 5 years.
Again, right? You just gotta decide, like, hey, you know what, fuck it, like, I'm cool. And I was cool for a little while, but then it's like, you know what, like, I never made like I never woke up and said, I'm quitting this. Mm-hmm. You know, that was never like a thing.
It was just more into your life.
It was just more of this thing, like, and that's like, I remember when I was still living in Miami, and that's like, I had it in my crib, like I was hustling out there, so I had it on me. I was never like, I was like, all right, like, I'm cool. I'm gonna just run. Like, I was running like 5Ks and just trying to get your life together. Sometimes
I didn't get to that part of my life.
When you're trying to get your life together,
5K, that's cool.
It's a little 3 miles. You feel me? Like, I think 5K sounds cooler than 3 miles, so I say 5K. Like, it sounds cooler. Like, hey guys, I just went out for a 5K, and people think like, oh shit, what is that? Like 5,000.
But you felt like it was kind of getting a little bit more command over what you were doing, something like that.
I thought it was cool. Like, I thought it was cool to not feel the urge to have to. I still run now, like, especially because summer's coming, you feel me? Mm-hmm. Summer's on the way. Gotta trim up, get real right, you feel me? Yo, if you're trying to lose, a lot of you guys need to not bulk. First of all, I'm sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent, but I keep seeing people talking about, like, bulking, and you guys are justifying eating too much calories because you want to act like you're bulking. You don't need the calories, just lose the weight. You feel me? Lose the weight. You don't need this. Niggas don't need this. You feel me? It's fine. So I do like mad cardio, like 25 minutes on the Stairmaster one day, a 1.5 mile run, and I do it all before my workout too, because like I know they'd be like, oh, you're supposed to do your cardio after your lift, but I don't know. Like if you want to get it done, you got to do it beforehand. You know what I mean? You got to do it beforehand. Anything you're prioritizing, you got to do it first.
Have you kind of like kept that practice up since like a kid? Like you've been doing that for a while?
Nah,
Just
so
keep yourself in that condition, or like when do you start?
So here's the thing, right? Another fun fact about me, I used to play tennis competitively. Like I used to like do tournaments. Like I was trying to get myself like ranked with the USTA so I can like try out for like the US Open, and like I was really like a competitive like tennis player. So I never really had to like train because I'm always on the court. Like that's great cardio in itself. You feel me? I was like around that time I was like 180, like because it was just so hard to put on weight if you're playing tennis all the time. So that, like boxing, I also love doing that. So you know, I let myself get a little out of shit because I lied to myself too. So, oh man, you know what? I'm gonna get on the bulk so I can put on some muscle. And it's like, bro, like they don't tell you that losing the shit is harder than gaining it. So it's like you gain too much. It's like, bro, like, especially I don't know me. I got like you eat like desserts and shit.
I eat gummy worms. Fucking, I got a box of coffee cakes in the house right now.
Yeah, man.
I only eat junk food. I don't eat healthy food.
Yeah.
I see you posting some meals. They be looking fine.
Right.
The chicken.
It's skinny dude. So you see, I believe him when he said, "Yo, growing up, I was skinny as fuck." Like I eat junk. Like I'm too old to be eating the bullshit that I eat. You know what I'm saying? And the way I eat out and just go out and just, I'm on Uber Eats now. What do you mean you're on it now?
I don't fuck with that type of shit. You're not getting me for an extra $10 on delivery. Fuck you. But you know what? Things have been healthy lately. So you know.
So he's not in a recession. So he said you guys are in a recession. Not me. I'm gonna order Wingstop on Uber Eats. He said I'm gonna order 5 guys from Uber Eats. That's just a down payment on a car, bro. What are you talking about, man? That's crazy.
Listen.
Yeah, so it sounds like
I'm on Uber Eats.
So things have been good with you as well.
Things have been cool, man.
Things have been good with you too.
Things have been real cool. You know what I mean? I feel like things are starting to move in the direction that I needed to go. You know what I'm saying? As far as like getting the name out there. I've always wanted to just make money off who I am. I always thought I was interesting enough as a kid, you know? And for a long time, it wasn't that. And now for this short period of time, so far, it's been so much of that, literally, to the point where it's like overwhelming. It's like, damn. You're not damn. I'm not gonna say that. You know, but it's getting to
it's getting
to a healthy point.
That's called just having a healthy appreciation for the situation changing. If it goes from 0 to then, if you're making $0 a month off your name to now I'm making $500, it's like, that's like damn, because it's like, it might not be damn in the grand scheme of money, but it's like from 0, that's
like $0 to $10.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, like we are making exponentially more, then that means there's progress coming.
Yeah.
Right. But I can actually live.
Right.
You know? Like, but right now I'm just playing it safe to make sure that I could live. You know what I mean? Because look, I'm understanding enough. I feel like I've made all the mistakes. Like, oh, I thought I'm lit, and then the wave passed. You know what I mean? That was gone. Nah, now I'm on some. The wave is coming, but I'm here to hone it in, and I'm here to make sure we take that, hone it in, and move on to the next level type shit. Yeah. But it's coming in,
and you recognize.
But I'm knowing,
because when you're younger, and let's say you have a little bit of emotion, it's like you might not recognize what's going on.
Yeah.
And then it passed, and you're like, "Fuck, how did I fuck that up?"
Yeah.
And then you find another wave and another. I'm not. That's my whole. That's my whole life right now. It's like, from this era, it's like, okay, I remember doing this and this. We had momentum, but we didn't value the momentum as much as we should have in the moment.
Exactly. And bro, trust me, at your exact age that you're at right now, I was exactly where you are. Where it's like, I was working, decided to I don't want to do it no more. I want to take this path, doing both at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So like definitely know like you're on a good path type shit. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like, I just feel like I finally am getting to that, space where I feel like I could comfortably do this, and as long as I'm doing it, it's gonna feed itself. Also, that's because the scene that I'm in, like, I've officially grown into it, and I'm starting to notice that, confront that. You know what I'm saying? But I saw it. You know what I mean? Where it's like we go outside, we with the newest, hottest niggas, but they knowing of us.
Yeah.
They fucking with us. They been, and that's the most of them. Type shit. So it's like, damn, like there's a whole new scene emerging, but that scene that's emerging, like, they kind of grew up watching A-God. A-God's starting to become a household name. So it's like, okay, cool. And now I'm like, boom, now we got the Song Wars under the belt. You know what I'm saying? Possibly might be, possibly might have more on the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm hosting my own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know how much you want to get into it, but like, it sounds like, you got some ideas brewing in terms of like what the streams can be. Building into like different types of content.
Yeah. So like even like with the YouTube, like it's giving me access to be able to do more. I can hit people up and they're ready to, bet, say no more. Oh yeah, I've been fucking with your shit. It's like it's giving me such a green light. Right. To where it's like, okay, I want to do this. It's like, damn, what can't I do? Almost. I'm starting to actually, like, before I was almost blind to the status. I never really it's been a while since I took a step back. Like, okay, what's the scene looking like compared to how I'm doing? Almost.
Right.
And it's been as of recently where I started to take a step back and look because of how much it's coming in. Like, bro, I'm at record labels, I'm linking up with people and CEOs where it's like, yo, what the fuck? I just linked up with, bro, I don't even know if I can say this shit. I ain't even gonna say it. But like, there's people that I'm in a room where I'm like, bro, I used to read about you, nigga, on blogs.
Yeah, it's like now you're part
of
the culture.
I literally want to be you, one of you. I want to be in one of the. I'm like, where I'm at right now is, in like the conversations that I'm having, like the way they're going down. I'm like, damn, like this is legit what I want to do for a living. Like, me doing this is that's my job, and this is dumb cool.
Yeah. And right now, I guess you're in the stage where it's like, again, because I heard you say, like, what can't I do? It's like, you got to figure out, like, it's like you got access to, like, new powers or something. Like, what can I actually lift up? Like, what do I have access to? Like, you, like, it's like
pushing buttons. It's like
almost, you know how, like, little kids, when they first figure out they can walk, they just start doing all kinds of shit. They're just walking around, jumping. It's like, they're just trying to figure out, like, the controls. Like, that's what they're doing. They're figuring out the controls in this new body they just leveled up in. They're like, wait, I can... Let me pick this up just because I can.
If I were to describe it, if I were to describe it, it'd be like a Like, everybody else, like, either, I don't know, they ended up in a good situation, they bought this nice little fancy spaceship. Or shit, daddy got them a nice little fancy spaceship. Or whatever the case may be. I feel like I got this nice little spaceship, but I built this shit myself. And now it's ready for takeoff, you know? But I'm pushing all these buttons like, oh, this one works. Oh, this one works now too.
Right.
Oh, this one works now too. Oh, damn, like,
I
finally got this thing working too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, all the eyes that are on me now, it's like the fire. It's like, oh, damn, like, I could push this button right now and I just want to make sure we hit the right coordinate before we do that, because once you make that shot, I feel like I still haven't even taken my shot at like, hey world, you know? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm ready to take that shot, and there's so many doors that I can go into. It's like, damn, you know? So I feel like there's so much opportunity, I don't even have time for myself. But I can't be upset. You know when they say like, you can't ask to be in a good position, but you know what I mean, but not be ready to take the, you know, the food. You know, like you can't be, like, you gotta be ready to eat.
That's exactly why.
You gotta be ready to eat, like, you know.
For example, right? We haven't done the pod in a couple of weeks, right?
A month exactly.
Okay, a month exactly. You know, and niggas have both been busy as fuck, right? But the thing is, it's like, for example, you think, oh man, like, I had this realization maybe while I was working, right? And I had left my job. I'm like, oh man, I'd have a much more easy schedule if I was just still at the job. But no, when you go and do your own thing, it's 24/7. If niggas isn't here, somebody doesn't show up, it ain't no, oh well, like, it's like, it's not my job. No, this literally, quite literally is your shit. So if you have to work 24/7 to make this shit happen, like, if you have to work the whole day yourself, then you just have to do it and you can't complain. And it's like, when you know that, like, you're getting results from it, like, I'm sitting there, like, I'm not complaining at all. Like, I'm smiling, like I'm like, so just last night, for example, right? It's something in the basement, in the kitchen. We have all the storage stuff. I go down there and I'm like, this place is a fucking mess. And I didn't look at anybody else. I didn't look at anybody else. It was time for me to go, because I usually leave around 8:30 because I got an hour and 25-minute commute to get back home. You know what I mean? But I'm like, you know what? Nah, fuck this. Roll up the sleeves, put some gloves on, just get to work. Maybe one of the employees comes down to see what's going on, and then he just naturally starts helping because he sees like, oh man, like, he's taking the shit. Like, that's another thing too. When you start doing the work that's really required of you, people will notice it, and then they will do what they can to help with that situation. Because when you're doing the work,
I'm a good worker.
Not even just, but that goes to everything in life too. And I'm not talking about like, oh, this is your place. Anywhere you go on anything you're doing, if you're doing, like, if you say, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna do the work, people will just look and be like, damn, look at this guy putting in shots. Like, fuck it, let me see if I can help. Let me see if there's something I can add to that situation. And that's how. So, like, for example, as a music artist, if you just posting fire consistently, producers will hit you, oh, you know what? Let me see if I can help. So I got everything cleaned up, and by the time I'm done, I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. And I'm not complaining about it, because again, if I was at my corporate job, then I'm like, yo, 9 to 5. Once 5:15 hit, I'm not getting paid for this shit. I'm out of here. You feel me? Like, computers off. Computers off. Leave me alone. If I have to stay for 5:30 because y'all talking too long, I'm tight. You know. But for this, I don't care. Like, yo, working from 10 a.m. to 10:30 at night, I'll do the whole shit straight with a smile on my face, because I know what's gonna come from it. I know that I get to reap the rewards that this will bring.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
purpose-driven.
yeah, it's two different styles of, like, I guess, perspectives of looking at things. You know. But yo, I'm not gonna lie, like I said, we got there's topics. That shit has happened. What is it that you want to talk about? Like, did you
Boston Metcalf?
Oh God, you want to go?
Go right there, damn.
Okay, go ahead.
That shit has triggered me. As a stab victim, as you know what I mean? Like I've been stabbed. You know, and I wasn't even the aggressor. You know, and people didn't end up siding with me, and it just left me confused. So I know where that kid is at mentally. You know what I'm saying? Even though his situation might be a little reversed. It's like, for those of y'all who don't know, there was a situation that happened in Texas at a track meet where, you know, black kid, white kid, southern, the most southern that you can get is Texas. where racism is still alive is Texas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's put that up in the air. But so there was a track meet going on, and Austin Metcalf and his twin brother, don't know Metcalf, approached Karmelo Anthony, who was a black kid who actually ran track, because apparently, allegedly, Austin Metcalf and his brother don't even run track. They're just at the meet. But if you know the environment of a track meet, I run track as well. That's another reason why this situation is personal to me.
Coming close to home.
If you know, at a track meet, the environment is very welcoming. Everybody mingles. I'm gonna be just like me and you chopping up right now.
Yeah.
Me and you probably rivals.
Yeah, man. I remember. Listen, I remember.
Until it's our meet, until it's our time to run, or sometimes if it's a big meet like that, I might stay away from you. Yeah, I might not want to see you. But it probably wasn't those. It's probably one of the big relay races where all the schools are together. Those just be lit.
Facts.
It's like a party. Track meet is the best because it's a party. Unless it's not. You know, and usually it's not when shit's serious.
Right.
But anyway, so Austin Metcalf and his brother approaches Karmelo Anthony, I guess, who was at their school's tent, and was like, "Yo, leave." And apparently, Karmelo Anthony was like, "No, like what? Make me leave." You know, like any other man would do. You know, with dignity would do. So, Austin Metcalf and his brother allegedly attempted to, okay, we're gonna move you. Not to mention Austin Metcalf is a linebacker in football, so you know he a little knucklehead. It already sound like he a little knucklehead who feel like he's tough. He can just move people out of the way. Whoop de whoop. You know, high schoolers, they want to show off at a track meet. There's eyes, everybody's looking. You're not just gonna go out like no punk. So they probably, and two white kids, some black kid. Of course you gonna try to move them. Everybody got something to prove here, you know. Austin Metcalf pulls out a knife and stabs him in the neck. Kid dies.
Sheesh.
No, not Austin Metcalf. Karmelo Anthony pulls out a knife, stabs Austin Metcalf in the neck, and he dies in his brother's arms.
I'm trying to find it, but I thought it was quoted that he had said something like, you know, like, leave me alone, or like, don't put your hands on me, or something like that.
So what I gave was the story that the media sort of put out. The story really that came out was like, Austin Metcalf doesn't even run track. Karmelo Anthony wasn't bothering nobody. He was minding his business. Warned them to leave him alone. Then was like, then if you want me to move, make me move. You know what I'm saying? Right. It was down to those points. And at a track meet, you don't have to physically move it. You don't have to physically move anybody anywhere if they're not on your physical property, the property that you own. You go get a coach, because 9 times out of 10 they got enough respect for the coach. You go get an official, and there's probably an officer or a school security guard on ground, ready to, you know what I mean, move whoever you need out of the way if they're even that much of a problem. You know what I'm saying? Clearly he was at your tent because he might be cool with somebody there. It's Texas. Sports are a big thing out there. They both play football too. So I'm going to look into whether or not this was a rivalry thing. Whether y'all had some static on the field. And now, right. Now you trying to get over on him off the field. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. One thing leads to another. But now they're trying to start this race war. Oh, death penalty for Karmelo Anthony. Oh, of course, black people are just so violent. Like, it's just everywhere. And yeah, it's nonsense, and you don't really necessarily have to feed into it. But when you do, because niggas like me who got time on their hands,
right?
I'm just gonna be as logical as possible. I'm like, hey, track runner here, somebody who runs track. You're allowed to be at somebody's tent at a track meet, and if you're not, your two track runners are not the people who are supposed to be removing them. Not to mention, this is in Texas. Since when is fucking standing your ground in Texas illegal? Like, you can pop somebody for walking on your grass in your lawn for less, you know?
For making a threat verbally to you.
Right. And then the only thing white people can mention is, why do you have a knife at a track meet? Well, if I can't have my fucking AR, which is probably in the car, before I get out of this track meet, I might have a little fucking pocket knife in my fucking pocket. There might be a terrorist somewhere You know how many schools got shot up in the past 5 years?
That's not even an argument because
like, you know what I'm
Texas is
saying?
an open carry state.
It's very open carry.
It's not
So
even an
a pocket
argument, to
knife
be
in my book bag is nothing. Since when? Oh, it's only bad because a white man got the shit out of the stick. Now, you know what I'm saying? And the kid's going to beat the case. Karmelo Anthony is going to be that case. And if not, hell should be raised. Because now they're trying to incite riots. Oh, white man killed, no riots, no protests. Where's the uproar? Uproar.
It's your job.
Do it.
Yeah, that's your man's, bro. That's
Do
your
it. Like, well, why y'all not?
Well,
Do what you gotta fucking do. Just keep your hands to yourself because now you see what happens when you don't. Respectfully. You don't want to do that.
see, my thing is, I saw the story you talked about, right? And like we started speaking about this as soon as I got here.
Yeah.
And I told you this, right? I said I saw it, and I don't want that shit to like irritate me because first of all, you're like
because I'm too close to home.
Here's the thing, right? You're trying to go online and be like argue your perspective, but it's like you gotta remember the types of people that are making the arguments that you're applying to don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. You're literally but
when you force them to speak, they never sound logical, and that's what shows the truth. No, they don't care. It's not about whether or not they care.
Right.
They're not smart enough to understand that I'm getting you to speak because the more they speak, the more obvious it is that y'all just mad that a black kid killed a white kid, and it's justified. It just showcases it more and more and more.
And then their reply is yes, and bro,
you gotta think about it, right? Show you what somebody said.
The types of tweets, yeah, that's a typical black person, typical suspect, all this type of bullshit that they be saying, and I'm just like, yo, there's no point in even trying. Like, so for example, chat. What I'm gonna tell you is this, yo, you gotta guard your mental, man. Like, there's certain things when I'm seeing on Twitter, if I don't like it, I'm pressing not interested because you're not about to infiltrate my mind. Because at the end of the day, you get nothing out of trying to. Because the people that you're gonna see that are gonna say stuff pissing you off, it's gonna be impossible for you to change their mind. It's gonna be impossible for you to get them to admit they're wrong. So it's like if you know that. You're talking to somebody who's made up their mind already. They're too ignorant to care. They know that they're being ignorant and they don't give a fuck because some people, their job is just to rage bait people online. So it's like, if you know that there's zero positive outcome in you looking at this tweet and responding to it, what is even the point?
I'll show you. You know what I mean? I'll show you. But what you're saying is true, right? Yeah. But this is what I mean, and this is also what you mean by when you're talking to somebody who's made up their mind, right?
Yeah.
This is what this one guy goes. Will Jack's inner monologue. The fuck does that even mean? And all these super duper extreme white supremacist racists never say this shit from a real page.
No, they don't.
They'll never show face and show that energy.
Hold on, before you even continue. Hey, if you don't have a profile picture or a real page, your opinion doesn't also matter to me. It doesn't matter. That's another reason why I'm like, yo, like, I'll say what I want. Like, I believe in saying what you need to say.
Literally,
and then not giving a fuck about what anybody else has to say about it. Especially, like, yo, you got a bot profile picture. You don't deserve a response. You don't even deserve the respect of me even reading your comment.
Right.
You feel me? Like, it's not interested. You feel me? So, but go ahead. Like,
that's what you're dealing with. Blacks never fight one-on-one. The moment you start losing, you get your chimps to jump in.
He was fighting one-on-one. He was 2-on-1 white people. Right?
Literally. So now let's just showcase the logic. You know, because if a jury had to make a decision, it's like.
Well, no. If we're going to talk about actual facts, they have to talk about what's probably going to be argued was, did he have the right to even carry the knife in the first place? If that's good, because
that'd be the only thing that gets
that's the only thing that they're going to have to
definitely beat the murder,
because they're going to say. And was it illegal or not for him to have it? Because again,
honestly, in that case, yes. In that case, where your life is in danger. But listen,
what I said was, is it illegal for him to have the knife at all? Like, him having the knife, is that illegal or not? If it's not illegal, then he's perfectly fine in self-defense, because at the end of the day, it's two people aggravating and pressing one person. If you caught the end of the stick, it's clear-cut self-defense. I don't care what you have to say about it. You know, like, it is what it is. And again, right, the same argument was made to where Kyle Rittenhouse, he went to whatever kind of protest he went to, he went out there with an AR-15, right? So he went
to an area that had aggressing and opposing views to him with a weapon loaded for everyone to see. So for people who are going to try and argue, oh well, he shouldn't have been at that tent. If Kyle Rittenhouse can get away with going to a literal protest with a gun, then for a kid to be in the vicinity of where he should be, like, you guys can't make that argument either that he shouldn't have been there. So he should have been there. Knives aren't illegal to have in Texas, and 2 people jumped you. Fuck you. What do you want me to say? Sorry you had to go through that, but next time keep your hands to yourself and mind your fucking business.
No, for real. Like, it's literally that simple, but they'd rather go to the extent of, yeah, no, considering the black kid was purposely in the place he wasn't supposed to be and was being antagonistic, purposely trying to start shit.
See, exactly why I brought up Kyle Rittenhouse. Because if Kyle Rittenhouse can get off...
Yeah, that's super antagonistic.
That's exactly... He literally went to an opposing protest where nobody else had weapons with an AR-15. So if he was able to get off for that, I don't want to hear about some kid on one team going to another team and in the building of a track meet. If I run track and we all run track, then you can't say that. That's why I bring it up. I don't want to hear that. So, next argument. What's the next argument?
And then to end it off with, they asked him to move from their school's tent, and he purposely was confrontational instead of respectfully going, make me, and clearly being antagonistic. Niggas like to cause problems just to be violent for fun, clearly.
Well, okay, and now let's talk about it again. It's
like,
not
when he has to read that shit back to himself.
He thought it made sense.
He thought he's gonna know deep down inside.
He thought he chewed you up, bro.
No.
Dead ass. I promise you.
If he reads that back to himself, if he reads that back to himself, he knows deep down inside he's an imbecile. An imbecile.
Because it's like, all right.
He's waiting on the next dickhead imbecile to agree.
Right.
And there's none.
And the problem with that argument is, again, right? It's not your shit. It's your school's tent that they don't even own the property to. You feel me? None, like the school doesn't own the property or the tent, right? But the school has the lease, I guess, of this area for now. They put up their space. Why do 2 kids who just happen to go to the school think that they have the authority to go and move people and act like security?
Right.
Unless it's called entitlement. Like, there's a lot of people who feel like they're just entitled to doing stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to call any specific group out for it.
In Texas, you're entitled to a grave, too. They don't play that shit out there.
Well,
I've been out there. Every time I'm in Texas, I link up with niggas. Niggas come, they got book bags and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They pulling ARPs out, that shit. Everything and everywhere in Texas, everywhere you go, there's going to be an island in the kitchen. Don't know what it is? Niggas got islands in their kitchens, bro. Everybody got their Glocks, switches, assault rifles, everything just chilling on the island.
Yeah, one
time when they go outside,
like, why did this kid need to have a weapon on him? And I'm like, because he probably
clearly you need a weapon.
He probably lived in danger and like a sense of like.
And regardless,
violence can happen to me, so I need to have a weapon. So
to your point,
attacked.
It's Texas, bro.
Imagine I did it.
Fuck the why does he need to have a weapon? It's Texas.
Right.
You have the right to open carry arms. You don't even ask me why I have a weapon on me anywhere.
Right.
That's the logic of it. Somebody shouldn't even ask why did he need it, why did he have it. That's irrelevant. The fact that you're even trying to find a justification to it, you're going against that state's entire shit. Mm-hmm. Their state is, we have the right to bear it because it's his right. That's why. Mm-hmm. That's why. That's it. It's his right. That's why.
They went to the extent of finding pictures of Karmelo Anthony, who was the black kid, with guns at parties and shit. But they cropped out the white kid that was in the picture. Right next to him.
Yeah.
Throwing up middle fingers and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I'm not gonna let these people rage bait me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like you can let them rage bait you.
It's a clear sense of we're scared of black people. Help, help, help. But we don't even know better because it's us.
I feel like it's like a pre-existing narrative that this event can just like fit into. So there was always these racist,
Right.
Usually they're
they thought this was their time to shine. Really, they just showed their hand.
They can pop their shit.
Yeah, really, they just showed their hand.
Man,
and they want to start something. They want to start something. Start it. Start it. Don't give a fuck. Do what you gotta do. Soon as you pack him up, pack Luigi Mangione. That'll be coming for Kyle Rittenhouse.
No.
Niggas gonna dox him.
Yeah, man, I would.
Zimmerman too.
Yo, to be honest,
these niggas would not be able to walk a day.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. if I was white, I wouldn't respect none of that gangster talk y'all be talking about because y'all still let our hitters walk around free. Like, there's no reason that George Zimmerman should be able to sell books and go on tour for that shit. Like, I don't, like if I was white, I would look at y'all and be like, man, y'all ain't on shit. Nah, you know what hurts I would low key be a little bit racist, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You know what hurts? I'm not gonna lie. I would be like a little bit. I wouldn't treat people around me like less than, but I would definitely have racist thoughts.
That chip on your shoulder. That chip on your shoulder.
You fucking man.
Nah, you know what hurts me the most?
Yeah.
When every time white people they try to come at us, even in my thread, they threw this picture at me. It's a picture of Africa, bro. All of Africa is owned by like Italy, China. France, Germany. Yeah, like it's not even black owned. Nah, they get off that. Niggas be like, black people think they're so tough and they slap that picture and I'm like, oh my God, Lord. Like I said, help. This for Kanye. Oh, we gotta talk about Kanye.
Oh man. Why do we have to?
Yes, we do.
Is he that like yo, I'm not gonna lie. Kanye West.
We do, but we gotta pause it real quick because I gotta pee bad.
Right. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Kanye stopped existing.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't.
Stopped existing after Life of Pablo. After Life of Pablo, he hasn't.
What?
Bro, he hasn't even existed.
This is why this is gonna be a good. He hasn't. This is gonna be a good debate.
For intelligence. I believe it, man. Like on everything, because all right, so. I don't know if you guys saw the Joe Budden podcast and them. They like to have the whole black men debate and masculinity debates and they're trying to do this and that and this and that. And
what's this and that?
This and that means remove masculinity from the household. There's a operation against straight black men and that imagery to where they don't show it or popularize a strong black male character on TV and on TV and movies, and it's like I fake agree to an extent because the way that they talk as if it's like, oh man, the black woman doesn't want to build up a man. It's like, nigga, shut up, bro. Like, what are you talking about, man? Like stop. I get if you live online, you would see that and you might believe that. In real life, I might believe that shit. See, a beautiful black queen called me right now just to see how I am. Let me tell her. Hold on, 1 second. You get me? So in real life, they be like, oh man, like the black woman, she never wants to build up a man, and white woman, they'll be there for you. They don't need the finished product and all this shit. And I be like, bro, I'm being so for real. This is a real thing that a lot of guys think, and they think that. And again, I say I might think that if I was chronically online. If I was chronically online and I only believe shit that I saw in tweets and from like on TikTok, then I might think that like, damn, these girls, they want me for my gold. They want me for my money. They don't care about me. Like, and it's like, no. So I want to say that aspect of it is wrong. That's not true. But that's what the media will want you to believe. They'll feel like that's intentional. It's intentional. And there's a few things that the media will want you to believe. They want you to believe that racism is real. They'll want you and systemic racism. They'll want you to believe that. This nigga was at the They want you to believe that systemic racism is real and that's why you're poor. They want you to believe that as a black man that your black woman doesn't care about you. As a black woman, they want you to believe that the black men aren't good enough for you and that they hate you and they don't treat you well and you're better off on their own. There's so many narratives that they want you to believe that aren't based in real life. It's not real life. But if you see enough of like our movies, for example, so I just had this conversation. Yeah, so for example, so for example, I just had this conversation actually like a couple weeks ago. And basically the premise of the conversation is the girl was like, oh, you know, it was like men and women and like we like they're against each other, like the perpetual gender war, right? And I tried to say this. I said, hey, you know what? We're conditioned in our community specifically, not everyone else's community, but in ours specifically, that it's love is struggle and pain, and niggas will cheat on you, and like they will teach our girls that you don't need a man for shit. You can't trust a nigga for this. You can't do this. You like they'll, and then
you see those videos where guys go to girls and they're like, "Do we need men?" They're like, "No."
Yeah.
Do we need men? No. Do we need men? No. You see the guys? You're like, "Do we need women?" Yeah. But yeah, they're awesome.
That's on purpose, and that's what I'm trying to say. Those types of shits is on purpose because in real life, women don't feel like that.
No, the best one was like, "Do we need men?" No. She was like, "Why?" I don't know.
Well, it's definitely on purpose.
It's okay.
Just based on that format, they obviously edited it. For that outcome,
it's on purpose.
It's like 7 women featured and then one male, so it's like
it's on purpose to trick the young men into thinking that these women don't even deserve respect because they don't fuck with me. So I'm gonna just say fuck these bitches. And after the same way, the women will see the other content and they be like, oh man, these niggas is dogs. I can't trust them. I can only care about myself and this, that, and that. And it's like in real life, it's like I told this girl, she was like, yeah, I used to feel like that. I'm like, okay, right now, if you needed $1,000, who'd you call? My dad. I'm like, okay, if you was in trouble right now, you for all the time, who do you call? You call me first whenever you need something or you're in a situation, right? Yeah. So it's like, it seems like the black men in your life are treating you pretty well, right? You're good. She's like, well, in my life, yeah, but I have some bad experiences too. I'm like, yeah, everybody has bad experiences with everybody. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with the whole gender. You feel me? Throw them all away. It's like that's not how that works, you know?
I be saying life's not fair, but it's not fair for everyone. So that's what's fair.
Right. Bars. I'm jacking that, but I truly, like I said, because we started talking because I was like, I think like 25% of all the viral tweets that we see that are about like niggatry or like hood.
I gotta show you this meme that I have for that.
I think it's CIA people. I think it's really CIA like.
I have a defense mechanism.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the CIA is doing that shit on purpose.
What they always gonna say is that it's what the people want. It's what gets.
Stop. You see, this is a CIA meme too. That's a CIA meme too. I don't like it. You feel me?
Every time I see a tweet where they go, niggas.
This is and they have one for the guys too. It's like. It's racism. It is racism. It is racism.
But you know what? I got it from a black page.
You know,
I'm niggas saying that.
No, bro,
like,
you think it's a black page? I'm trying to tell you, at least 25% of them. I'm telling you, that's a CIA dude whose whole job is to.
I be following niggas on the gram too, though. I be following niggas on the gram too, though. I got my go-to black niggas. I'm not gonna lie. And this one dude, he is just hysterical. His tweets have just been on the money. But some girl tweeted some all-out niggatry.
I bet he was an Indian page.
Nah, he's black. He's black.
No, there's a. I don't know. Black. Have you seen it? Like there's. I'll say it's a.
I don't trust it.
It's a. No.
He's trying to make sure I did my investigations. No, bro, I know what you mean.
It's a popular ass Twitter page, and it's like a photo of like some black girl and her lips as the profile picture, and she goes viral for making like engagement like. Black people tweets often, and they are in her comments like, "Yo, we know that this is a 42-year-old Indian man pretending to be this girl for likes," and it's like it's a real conspiracy because every time somebody comments it, she blocks them. She blocks them, and they're like, "Yo, you see, I got blocked for calling her Indian." So I'm trying to tell you, bro. Okay, a lot of these pages is counterintelligence, bro. It's counterintelligence.
Maybe that page, definitely. I wouldn't.
Nah, that's for sure.
But who I got this meme from, very resourceful. So my Twitter ratio is like I follow a lot less people than I have following. You know what I mean? So I make sure I know who I'm following. It needs to be credible. You know what I mean? It needs to be so this guy, he's official. I didn't get my shit from a CIA agent, but I hear you. They're out there,
bro.
They're definitely.
They're winning too.
They're kicking our ass.
Yo, the CIA is.
They're kicking our ass.
They are winning, bro.
What's the newest CIA experiment right now?
Man, every time you hear people talking about 50-50, you know that conversation came from the CIA. That's not real life, bro.
No, but I feel like
that's not real life.
That's mainstream right now. Like, what's the new CIA black person experiment that's going on right now?
I don't know. Kanye be talking about it.
It's funny because
You think Kanye is the new CIA experiment?
Under she's like, wait, what's the 50-50 conversation? I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro, you know the whole like
Girls don't want to do 50-50 with the man, like when it comes to the bills, and if you're doing it, then you know it's not a real man. And then after you got the niggas on the side, they're like, oh well, if I'm paying 100% of the bills, you're my slave, and like you better shut up. Like
I'll tell you this right now, as somebody who's not 50-50, but I'll tell you, like, it didn't start off 50-50, but the respect that I got from her, she brings 50 to the table. And value. That's the thing. People, it doesn't have to be cat. It doesn't have to be cat. But at first, it won't be 50-50.
Everybody has to just, like, once you guys have been dating for a while, it's just, yo, we're contributing together because we want to do this together. You know what I mean? Like, it's no conversation of, you got girls who are in relationships where, like, maybe the guy's taking care of, like, 80% of the bills or some shit like that. And the people online are telling her, if he's letting you pay any bills, then he hates you. It's like, whoa.
No, he just knows what a dollar's worth.
It's like,
that's
whoa.
All, baby.
It's like, whoa.
He know what a dollar worth. And you know what? My shorty getting ready to get her master's. That shit getting ready to be done. So now what? Now when it wasn't 50-50, she might end up more up than me. But guess what? She only gives a fuck about me. So you know we'll go right. You know what happens. You know what I'm saying? But that's not even we just trying to make sure that
that's a CIA.
We just trying to make sure.
The point is,
she goes on that.
I like that.
We're trying to make sure she can walk that.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's a CIA conversation because since I've been born, bro, I've been seeing both my parents go to work, and my mom ain't treat my dad any worse, and my dad ain't treat her any worse because both of them work. You feel me?
Right.
Like a lot of y'all grew up in households where everybody contributed, and y'all sitting there having these stupid CIA conversations talking about 50-50, bro, and splitting the bill. Your dad taught you how to date. You pay for the date when you go out. It's not a problem. You feel me? Your dad also taught you not to, like, your mom taught you, hey, to appreciate a man. So it's like, come on, like, they be like, oh, if he doesn't take you to Dubai, then he hates you. It's like, bitch, where's a picture of your mom and dad in Dubai?
And we go to Dubai soon. But look, that's a fact.
Where are they? Where is
we really gotta stop coming at these whole dads.
What did you?
We really got, like, the way Lorani's son be coming at Kai dad, we gotta start coming at these hoes dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
It's like, excuse me, sir. Like, so what? Like, I mean, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Did he ever take her to Dubai? Is there a picture of them in Dubai? If not, then I don't want to hear. Like, that shit don't make no sense, bro. And it's like, yes, you know, a lot of us also have parents like, yo, you know what? Dad worked, mom stayed at home, but guess what? She ain't like. Now you got people like, oh well. I just don't understand certain talking points. Do what works. Like, if you fuck with this person, you're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that situation continues. You don't have to say, well, what are the people on the internet saying about how our dynamic should be? You know, come on, man. Like, CIA conversation.
Nah, all relationships are different. Some niggas buy their girlfriends though, and that's what they don't realize. You bought that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You were put in a good position and you bought the hoe. It's not really her. You know.
Hold on, wait. You know. Hold on, wait. They've been doing that since humans have been able to walk. Like, you go over, that's what marriage is. You go over to the girl's father's house, you come home, you come there with 3 sheep and a goat, you feel me? And you say, yo, this is the compensation I'm giving you for your wife, your daughter, you feel me?
I'll slaughter animals to feed your children.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, hey, listen, I'm coming here, like, so you're saying, like, oh, man, like, that's another thing, too. People be talking bad about, like, oh, man, you bought that girl, you was tricking on her. It's like, dog, like,
There's a difference. There's a difference between what? There's a difference. Bro. Some niggas, couple bitches. I mean, I'm gonna say this properly. Some men have had their fair share with women, based off the fact that they're just a good-looking guy, and then sometimes women get lucky and they find a good-looking guy that also meets the criteria of an upstanding man. You know what I'm saying? Most of the times, that's not the case. You know
most of the times, what's not the case? I'm trying to.
Most of the times, like, you know, it's usually either or. You're either a man that makes a lot of money, but you're just popped, or you're a good-looking guy who's either just mediocre, or really wealthy, or just horribly, or just terribly broke. Yeah.
Alright.
So what I'm saying is some niggas get through the first line of defense. You're good looking. Most niggas do not have that luxury.
But
Women will look away immediately unless they have something to offer.
I don't think you're talking about relationships that have any like substance to them though. Like you're talking about like, oh, some guys they got through life and you know like they had a lot of success with women because they're good looking, and it's like and they never have to spend a dime on a girl, and it's like
that doesn't last long.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, so I'm saying like those relationships don't mean. Like there's no meaning in them. It's like all right, the girl puts up for it for as long as her esteem is low, and then she realizes I need to find somebody who treats you better, and then you find the next victim. It's like all right, cool. Like that's we're not.
You find the next victim,
bro.
Yo.
That's how I see that shit as. It's like damn like niggas be talking like they so hard. They be so hard on the hoe, and it's like bro, that's fake, lame as hell. Like go find some connection. Like go find some.
But see, that's the point I'm trying to get at. Like, some niggas don't realize that they bought their hoe. That you would have never got her based off who you are. You got her based off what you had to offer.
What you have to offer is a part of who you are.
Not really, bro.
How's it not? Hold on, wait a second. If she wasn't,
some people don't
that doesn't mean that. No, so I'm not gonna lie. A lot of y'all, this is what the problem
because if it's gone, what you have to offer is gone, she's not gonna be there.
So how? That goes for your looks too. If you gain 50 pounds, she's not gonna fuck with you no more. You sitting here acting like looks is something that damn I was born like this. No, you go get haircuts. You go take care of yourself. You keep yourself in the gym, and now you're good looking. So yes, you're good looking now. But if you stop brushing your teeth, you start looking bad. You start dressing like you don't like that's what I'm trying to say. It's like what you have,
and that also falls into the conversation of some niggas paying out correctly.
Let's argue one point at a time.
Some niggas paying out correctly.
He's saying doing all that. You're saying like some people just like go collect the check to like share.
Some niggas naturally. Some niggas it's just natural selection, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just natural selection, but. What gets sometimes they get some roadblocks. Hey,
I don't know.
Shitty personality.
I'm gonna argue this. Right?
Can't stay out of trouble.
I'm gonna argue this. Right?
It's always
sometimes that's a hating perspective because niggas will see a guy who has maybe a lot of bread, able to fly girls out to go all kinds of places, get the lamb truck, like do the black truck for dinner every night, and he be like, oh man, you only got her because you spending that money on her. But it's like, bro, like to be honest, if you had this kind of money, you might do it because you might not care. You feel me? Like so him, he's like, if like it doesn't define, like that's just it's not his fault that girls are seeing like, hey, this is a part of the package that comes with being with this person. It just is what it is, you know. Like so,
but all girls ain't going for that. There's a certain
right, but it doesn't have. But that doesn't have to be the only thing that's bringing the person. Because niggas is acting like, oh man, because you're doing that, she doesn't also care. But it's like, dude, I might also be a funny guy. I might also just be good looking. It's just there's more that comes in the package of being with me than there is that comes with you. And niggas will say that and be like, oh well, you're tricking on her. It's like, or you only got her because you bought her. And it's like, bro. I'm not gonna stand all the way there yet, cause I'm not sitting there talking about like, hey girl, I got 5,000 for you, come fuck me tonight. Like, all right, that's prostitution.
Usually that falls into that though.
That's a whole different. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about. If more comes with being with me, that is a part of what you have to offer and why somebody would date you. Like. Why are we gonna act like relationships was just something people are doing selflessly out of the bottom of their heart because I really like you? It's like, bro, both people are giving and exchanging something that they find value in. So if the girl is pretty enough and you're like, damn, she's pretty. Yeah. I like talking to her. Yeah. I like the energy I'm getting from her. Yeah. And then so that's the package that comes with it. And then after, from your perspective, is like, whether you're broke or you're rich, right? All of it is still a part of the package that you have. Now, if you're broke, but you look good, it's like, you can still get the girl, but now there's certain areas that you have to. She's
broke. See, my perspective is broke or rich. She wanted to fuck me because I'm what she want. She wanted to fuck you because, you provided a different opportunity. So you gave her an opportunity almost. You know what I mean?
So we get. So
she saw me as an opportunity.
So all the time we get mad at
not
women.
personally.
We get mad at women and tell them to choose better baby daddies and all this kind of stuff whenever they fuck with felons and all kinds of shit. Like when they do all that, when they do that, we have all kinds of shit to call them shallow and this that, and the third. But when they say, you know what's part of keeping me attracted to this person is the fact that they got a great job, they take care of me, they're a good person, and they're generous and they're nice. Now we're saying, oh well, she didn't want you when you was broke, and it's like they can't win for losing because now it's like you don't just fuck with people only just because of how they look. That's not how life works as well.
It's step one.
It's step one. The basic.
It's an important step.
Basic bare minimum attraction has to be there. Basic bare minimum attraction has to be there. For sure.
If you're on the basic bare minimum attractive spectrum, you know,
that's why divorce rates are so high, bro.
When you're genuinely attractive, it's a different scale. There's a different caliber. You know what you're able to reach. This is why
divorce rates are so high, because niggas is out here getting married with people because they fine, getting married for love, not realizing this shit is a commitment. You feel me? You have to be committed because looks come.
There's layers. That's why I said at the beginning.
Looks come and go, bro.
There's layers. Sometimes you meet a good-looking nigga who's a horrible person. Sometimes you meet a good-looking guy who's a great, upstanding man.
Well, I don't.
Hey, sometimes you meet a good-looking guy or a medium ugly guy. I'm saying from the perspective of whatever, the women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, I don't meet.
Sometimes they'll come up because they watch this too. They'll come across a good-looking guy. They're like, oh my god, the jawline hooked them, the abs, the fucking whoop, the car, and they're like, oh man, this nigga beats the shit out of me. You know? Yo, you come across this good-looking guy, this nigga's hooked on Xans. This nigga can't get out of trouble. This nigga's a fucking aggressive cheater. You know what I'm saying? This nigga too stuck in his way. Like, you know, you're never really gonna get the right package, but some niggas, through natural selection, get through the first step. Some niggas need to do a little bit more.
And again, and I'm saying
a little bit more.
And then guess
you know what I'm saying? And if they're not, the nigga who doesn't have to try will be the first nigga in line.
But we're not.
Yes,
I'm not gonna lie. We're not talking about.
It's happened to me, and I've seen it firsthand.
I'm not gonna lie. We're not talking. We're not talking about. If you're just talking about hookups, then it's like, all right, cool. But I'm talking about like real, in the grand scheme of things, what's important. You're sitting here talking about the guy who looks the best. He got through to step one like quicker, but it's like, damn, like everything else matters if you want something like substantial. You know what I mean? Like it can't be damn like, all right, the person look good, because then afterwards again, we can't be mad at girls being baby mamas and she was signing up to be the seventh, because again, it's the same logic. We call them all kinds of stupid and pick better and black people shit because they went and signed up to be. They signed.
I don't really count those.
But that's what it is. But from what you're talking about of what's important, then they are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, because the guy who has saving baby moms, obviously something about him is so attractive, even though he's a bum. You know what? They're just following their animal instincts, eating with their eyes, and then boom, they have a baby again, right? If that's what's important, then we shouldn't look down on them. But we look down on them for a reason, because as a functioning human being, you gotta realize there has to be, it can't just be that. It has to be a package of a person. Like, people aren't just their looks. That shit come and go so fast. You know what I mean? So, and it's like, it's so, again, right? Like, how you treat people, what you have, how you look, all of that comes in the package of who you are and what you have to offer in a relationship. It's not just, hey, I'm gonna be offering this. Because then after, if you're the rich guy who doesn't want to spend money on, because I don't want you to think that I'm spending money on you, then it's like that.
Or you could be a rich guy with money and no personality.
You got it.
Or you could be a rich guy with money and your personality is, you're not who you really think you are. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you're just a terrible person with money. Mm-hmm. You know, like, the package is really never gonna pan out. You know, I feel like people just gotta stop trying to build their perfect person. You know, like, people come into shit with too much expectation.
Right? You gotta be the perfect person.
Kind of gotta lead by example.
Attract who you are.
I feel like even in my relationship, I kind of do the same thing where it's like, I always tell my girlfriend, like, I'm never gonna change who I am. You know, just like, no, I'm never gonna be the kind of guy to, you know, lead this relationship in the wrong direction, because I'm not personally walking in the wrong direction in life. You know, kind of motivates them to do the same thing, like, you know, like going back to school. You see my channel doing really well. Now she wants to do something that she's gonna do really well, you know. So now she's gonna go do really well for herself. Like, you kind of see things just lead,
and you see how all of this.
You know, it's like how girls kind of start talking like
my
you.
point. This goes to my point.
They kind of start like if you move successfully in your relationship, like some niggas real bums. They really just live off their girl.
But guess what, right?
Bums, you know what I'm saying?
But this goes to my point though. Everything that you just said is a part of the package that your girl gets when dating with you. You think if it was just you looking good, but you was a bum in every other aspect of life, how long?
I'd be out of here.
How long do you think she'd tolerate that before she's like, all right, like yeah.
She'd go be with the attractive guy that's worth being temporary.
I'm not talking about who else she would find. I'm talking about you. Like
I'd be out here.
Exactly, right? Because you know, hey, at the end of the day, she's not just with you because I look good and I'm this tall and I do this to her. Like no, it's like it's everything that comes with it is a package. So I'm saying like, we can debate which one is more or less important or by how much, but like. It's not all of it is pretty much on the same level for me. Is like, who are you when you're dating people? You can't just be one dimensional and be like, oh man, like I'm the rich guy with no personality, or oh man, I'm the handsome guy who's broke as fuck and no aspirations in life. Like that's not gonna work. You know what I mean? And that's just not really that important. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's important, but it's not that important. And if your attraction level for somebody is at like an 80. But your respect level for them is at like 100, then it's like all of that kind of meshes at the same time. You feel me? All that kind of meshes at the same time because eventually niggas gonna get old. You feel me? Your hair's gonna go gray. You feel me?
I'm trying to be with somebody.
You can't be like, damn, like she can't look at you and be like, well, he doesn't get my pussy wet anymore, so I'm done. Like what? Like you know how crazy that
That'd
is?
be a tragic situation.
Yo, that's crazy. So that's why I'm like,
that'd be real.
After a little while, like oh damn, like he lost his job. Now I don't respect like. All of it has to be on a certain level together. Cause relationships is conditional, man. I'm not a lot of shit is conditional. People pretend like you get yourself hurt thinking that shit is just unconditional. No, you gotta provide like something like the other person that you're with in whatever situation, they have to feel like they're getting something out of this exchange eventually. Otherwise, and again, people feel like that's fucked up or that's wrong. It's like, like, all right, you think that's fucked up and that's wrong, but now the standards for you have for your girl, she wasn't meeting any of those standards ever. At a certain point, you'd be like, all right, well, I'm gonna meet somebody to meet these standards.
Niggas don't be ready to boss their bitch up, bro. That's another thing niggas don't talk about. On me.
Yeah.
Niggas don't be ready to do that shit. Like, sometimes I see something, I be like, damn, that look fine. Like, that look nice. Like, that look nice on my girl. I order it myself.
There you go. So now we talking.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought, oh, these look fly. Like, the fuck? I'm about to go be attracted to the girl that got them on. I think they look good on mine. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I notice things like that work a lot more. Then you see it on her feet. You like, ooh, yeah, like, this fit hard. Like, okay, like you see what's going on. But obviously, girls got their own style, so it's really kind of hard to really dip and dab into what they'll want, what they'll like. But you tend to figure things out. Or I do the thing now where it's like, here, put my card on your Apple Pay. It's like now when you feel like going to shop, you can. You want to get a little bit more stylish, you can. You don't have to worry about it too much, type of thing. And boom, let my girl boss up, let her style up, look better for me, kind of thing.
Right.
Niggas don't be ready to do that. Niggas go see some other shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Too much fine shit everywhere. You know what I mean? They can't control themselves. Nah, just boss mine up.
That's how you're supposed to do it. You know?
Okay.
Because otherwise you're just going to be endlessly chasing. Ooh, this one, her ass is slightly larger.
Right.
You know what? Her stomach is just slightly flatter than the last one.
Right.
I gotta see, like, calm down. But what other, like, topics do we have? Like, what's been going on? So we can, oh, brother.
Kanye's a must to talk about situation, man.
Is he
because it's controversial. I watched the whole interview, so if you watched it, you know. With myself, my guy Will was really trying to help me out, but I'm really just bad at this shit. Yo, he dropped so many F-bombs.
Yeah.
Back to like at least 9-10 times.
Right.
You know, called everybody an F-bomb.
Right.
But yeah, so he basically did the interview in a black Klansman suit.
Yeah, I saw
because you know he's representing he's representing the Nazis because he's against the Jewish people. Because he feels that the Jewish people have had their run and he's tired of it. He can't sit. He knows something we don't Because
No,
I feel
he
like
doesn't.
no, actually he doesn't.
He doesn't.
No, actually he does.
No, he
because
doesn't.
they don't teach us the truth. They don't teach us the truth. They're not telling us the truth.
He doesn't know shit, bro. That nigga does not know shit that the general public doesn't know.
He knows that the Jewish people tax all the people in England and crash their economy. And did the same thing in multiple other countries and crashed their economies.
And what is he gonna do about it?
And look what they're doing here.
Wait, what is he gonna do about it?
Look what he's doing.
What is he doing?
He's
Making himself look stupid?
He's exposing the truth.
Man, bro. You sitting here talking about he's pro Nazi. He's calling himself a fucking Nazi as if they didn't hate his nigga ass too, bro. They didn't like black people.
He's not worried about that.
Black people are fucking retarded.
Kanye has the right. Listen, I'm not saying Kanye has the right.
That's a DEI hater. He's being a DEI hater, bro. Because go make up your own hate group.
Here's my thing.
Go make up your own hate group.
He is making his own hate group with this. Now, he's not asking niggas to join him.
No, he's trying to join another hate group.
No. Kanye's not asking niggas to join him, and I don't think anybody's realizing that. Now look, bro. Kanye West, he also was attacked by black people. You know, you think he's about to join a black organization?
For what?
Wait, he's gonna move as a Black Lives Matter nigga?
For what? He got attacked
with his own
for
family.
What?
Black people are calling him crazy. He was getting.
Is he not being crazy?
Are we not aware of what the Kardashians have done to everybody?
What have they done to him? What have they done to him? That he didn't know.
They tried to make Pete Davidson seem like a better man for Kim Kardashian over Kanye West. Come on, bro. You serious?
Bro, who's they? They tried to make it seem as if, bro, she's like, you know what? Everybody, like, what is so special about this? What is so special about this nigga losing his fucking wife to somebody else? Is he the first person to get divorced and his wife moved on? Come on.
They is anybody who thinks Kanye is crazy for trying to keep his family together. But doing it publicly on the internet. Something that his wife has made a living off of since the day she posted her own sex tape. You think he can't go public about keeping his family together? That's crazy. The sex tape isn't crazy and turn that into a fashion brand and all this extra behind closed doors, Illuminati's crazy shit that the family got going. None of that shit is crazy. The way they empowered the media to make anybody that went against their family, none of that is crazy. But the nigga who tried to keep the band together with his little pups is crazy for noticing what they're doing to him. That is they. That's what they mean by that.
What's crazy? What's crazy is that this guy acting like him getting divorced and his wife leaving him for another dude is something so special that, oh my god, why is this happening to me? I'm Kanye. This shouldn't happen to me.
Yeah,
it's
he's
like,
doing it on SNL.
There's nothing.
And my kids are gonna grow up and watch this shit. It's on SNL.
Oh, you're a celebrity. It's like the nigga down the street.
Did you see
the nigga down the street? His name is Tom, bro. You don't even know that the nigga next door. His name is Tom. He just lost his fucking wife. And
do you know what Bianca Sensory just did?
Who?
Kanye's wife that he just got.
They're not important. They're not important.
But I'll tell you how she's moving though. She's moving like a real human being. Kim Kardashian tried to do the Kim Kardashian. Wait. Kim Kardashian tried to do the Kim Kardashian thing. Right? Now that Kanye and his new girlfriend are divorced, why is Kim Kardashian trying to give his ex-wife therapy give him relationship therapy? She went public on Twitter and was like, I was told Kim Kardashian was trying to reach out to me because she wants to sit down and give me relationship advice. She goes, why would I take relationship advice from my man?
Oh, so this is the first time.
This is the first time a woman stood up.
This is the first time a nigga's ex went and hit his other ex to chat.
It's deeper than
it's just the fact that they're famous, we can see it. But how many times has one of your exes hit up another one of your exes and be like, damn, that nigga's a piece of shit, right? Oh yeah, fuck. As a matter of fact,
one walked in my crib.
Okay, so just because we can see it doesn't make it special. No, it doesn't make it special.
What Bianca is doing is taking the power away from Kim Kardashian and what she usually does.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. Anybody that Kim Kardashian is of status. Kim Kardashian is of status. People look at her as an opportunity. So most girls would take the opportunity to link up with Kim Kardashian after losing their man. Yes, it's gonna happen. Yes, they're gonna feed right into what she has to offer. Really, she's brainwashing people to go against Kanye West. And this
why are we acting like he's some kind of victim in this shit, bro? What are we talking
He's
about?
not a victim. She's trying to make him a victim. You just proved the point. She's trying to make Kanye West a victim, and he's not.
A victim of what? Losing your bitch?
No, being a monster to Bianca. Turning the system against him. You trying to make you make everybody go against Kanye West.
None of this has anything to do with you getting online and calling people all kinds of F-bombs and now Nazis.
Who's he calling an F-bomb though?
Mad people.
Jules.
The word that we're not allowed to say anymore. You feel me? Can we put a bleep?
Oh no, he's calling Jay-Z an F-bomb.
Can we put a bleep?
He called Cardi an F-bomb.
If I say, will you go and edit it?
Oh my God.
You can say faggot.
Yeah, he's calling mad people faggots. You know what I mean? That's what he's saying. And it's like
That's
bro.
bad.
Yeah, we gotta censor it.
No, is Kanye saying that bad?
But yeah,
It's just, it doesn't matter. That's the thing. It doesn't
He's
matter.
calling Jay-Z a faggot. He's calling Ty Dolla $ign a faggot. Like he's just saying anybody that did some lame ass backstabbing shit is a faggot. He's not just randomly calling niggas faggots, and he won't even publicly say a name if they didn't do some backstabbing shit publicly.
Why do we care?
Bro,
That's the question. Why do we care about anything that dude is saying?
Because we're journalists.
Why do we have to?
Because we're journalists.
I'm not gonna lie. Imagine if I came to your place, right, to do an interview, and then I just left real quick. I came dressed normally. I left and I came back in a Black Klansman.
Yes, and you wonder why he did that? This is not
For attention. He did it for attention. He did it for clicks. He did it for sales. He wants anybody and everybody.
And do
to
you
pay
know who he
attention to.
wants to see that?
Everybody.
No.
Literally everybody.
The Jewish people that are fighting against him.
Oh God. I'm sorry, bro. It's like when I hear there's certain conversations that I be hearing. It's like certain things.
You can act like the conversation doesn't need to be had and you're above it or anybody else is above it, but it's a real life thing that happens. People like independent artists like you.
Let's go deeper.
Let's get
deeper. Let me ask you this question.
Independent artists like you. Wait. Independent artists like you are en route to be enslaved by these Jews who are going to pimp and whip you the way they did Kanye. And he's trying to tell you that. You about to go and
he's saying,
but he's saying
he's not saying. That's the thing, right? He's not saying anything with actual substance.
Yes, he's exposing coercion. You just see the interview.
He's just rating people.
He's
bro.
exposing coercion, and you see what's going on with Kanye, with Drake and Universal Music Group. He's talking about that. He's saying, "Yo, the Jews are behind closed doors pulling strings, and it's coercion, and that's why they're backtracking now."
Prior to this,
he said they're all getting sued. You gotta watch it though.
I watched it, and the thing is, right? I watched.
You gotta watch the whole thing.
And I'm talking about
the
short
clips.
clips.
Won't do you no justice, bro. You gotta watch the whole thing.
I'm not gonna waste my energy.
You have to, bro, because you're missing valuable information.
What valuable information is he giving us that we don't already know already?
All right, now here's my take on the
Can
black.
you give me a real answer to that question? What is he actually saying that has any substance to it outside of just saying, "Oh, this person is pulling strings," and that we know that already. What
he's saying is black people don't got no power.
We fucking know that already.
And he does.
So do something productive with it, or shut the fuck up.
Kanye hasn't done anything productive.
What has he done productive with this shit in the last what? After Life of Pablo.
Kanye West has not done anything productive.
After Life of Pablo, this nigga has not existed anymore.
He just went on a stadium tour with his album before it even dropped and sold over 250.
What? How is that productive for anybody? How's that productive for anybody other than yourself? You're sitting here talking about he's telling us messages and this. He's like,
he brought out artists like Playboy Cardi, Fabio Foreign, Drake.
Oh
what do you mean?
God. Oh my God.
He did it in city to city. He brought out the biggest streamers. He brought the culture together. What do you mean? What has Kanye done productive?
How is that productive for anybody other than yourself? And again, right?
If you're a part of hip hop culture, you ate off that shit. My reaction was monetized.
Right.
He's selling elite merch for $20. He's destroying the fashion industry.
And you're trying to tell me that Kanye West couldn't have done that without going up there and talking about all kinds of Nazis?
No, as a matter of fact, he couldn't, because when he was doing that,
his whole career before that was doing just that.
And they stripped him of it.
Nobody stripped him of shit. He did. He started taking fucking nitrous and he lost his fucking head, bro.
And who was giving him the nitrous? A fucking Jew.
Oh my God.
A Jewish doctor.
Oh my God. So here comes the thing, right? So now I'm gonna go and blame my crack dealer for selling me the crack instead of blaming myself for buying shit.
No. That's not what made. No, they used those moments of Kanye to publicize the fact that he's crazy. We all knew that
he did that to himself. This nigga has been going out of his way to let us know that he's unstable.
Kanye since day one has been unhinged. Since day one, Kanye West has been unhinged. When has Kanye West ever been a civilized human being? So that's never stopped him from doing anything great. It's never stopped him from winning any awards. It's never stopped him from becoming. As a matter of fact, as soon as he got to the point of greatness and became a billionaire and decided, you know what? I think I could now. You know what? He remained himself, but got himself to the status of a billionaire and realized, oh, I can't be myself and be a billionaire amongst these niggas. They stripped him of that because when he was a billionaire, decided he's gonna remain. He's not gonna transform and transition over to that nigga in a suit and tie who sits behind closed doors and just pulls strings. He was out there still using his platform to say what he wants, the way he got to the position that he's in, and they stripped him of it. He got it back, and now he's showing the world that he's back by saying whatever the fuck he wants. When has he not done that? You think the people that are turning their back against him on the internet haven't heard him say, oh, fuck Jews off the internet? No, it's because they were coerced into doing that. So that we all feel and fall into the fact that
this nigga has a Klansman as his fucking album cover, bro.
Yeah, no, the album shit, that I don't side with that.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know why he's doing it. And that's not gonna stop me
from
listening.
You just spent the last 30 fucking minutes talking about. Oh no, stop. You just spent the last 30 minutes trying to sit here and rationalize all the ridiculous bullshit that's doing. And I'm trying to say,
I know why he's doing it though.
But it doesn't matter. He's doing it to sell fucking records. He's doing it to sell records.
It doesn't offend us.
It does. You're trying to say like, yo, I know why he's doing it.
We listen
Me
to
too.
Kendrick.
He's trying to make fucking money.
We listen to
He's trying to make money. That's why.
We listen to Kendrick.
What does it have to do with this?
We listen to his album front to back.
What does it have to do with this conversation?
And look what he did to sell records.
What did he do?
He
lied about pedophilia
and bought it and allowed the system to buy him. We fell for worse.
We're talking about Kanye West.
You know who were behind those strings? You know who was behind those strings?
You're talking about this. Oh my God, niggas talking about the Jews, bro.
Yo, the Jews.
Go make your own hate group. First of all, I think it's lazy because
I don't even hate Jewish people.
I think it's lazy.
I respect Jewish.
You're talking. He's trying to wait. Yeah, he's trying to put on the Nazi costume as if they didn't hate his fucking ass too. He's trying to put, and it's like, yo. Just put a little bit more effort into your hate and make your own hate group then.
Yeah, he did put effort into it.
Because you look fucking
He's wearing
retarded.
a black one. How many Klansmen were? Yo, as a matter of fact, now this is what people don't know.
Oh my God.
Wait. This is what people don't know.
The musical genius.
No, this is what people don't know. I looked into it.
Okay, tell me.
Christians used to wear that same exact costume. Same exact black cloak suit. Same thing.
Kind of like Catholic thing.
Yes, it's a Catholic thing as well. It's not just a KKK Nazi thing. But people feed into that and they just go for it.
Kanye West tweet of the hour. What's a better album title? Nigger Cock or White Rape? Shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck about none of it.
Like, brain rot.
Bro.
You just gotta get into it.
Bro.
Brain rot. It's brain rot. Yes, obvious. It's obvious brain rot and it's bait. Obvious. It's obvious, bro.
Baiting who for what? Baiting who for what?
It's obvious bait for attention.
And attention for what? Monetary gain. So all at the end of the day,
though? It doesn't end there. You're ending.
There's no end.
Kanye's not using it. You think Kanye needs to do? He's a billionaire. You think he needs to be on Twitter doing this?
How?
No, he's fighting a battle. He's using this to fight a battle. Kanye does not need to be on Twitter doing this.
Yeah.
Kanye
battle against who for what? Battle against who for what?
All right. A battle for artists to stand for their fucking selves and be creative. And
what does this have to do with artists? What is any of this stuff talking about
Kanye was an artist
and white cock?
Because
what does that have to do with anything?
Kanye is an artist who empowered himself to have a voice, to be able to say these type of things and get the fucking point out there.
Anybody can say whatever the fuck they want.
It's not gonna get out there. Like it. Nobody's gonna care though.
Niggas don't have to like it.
But nobody's gonna care though.
Because nobody
Anybody can say whatever they want, but nobody's gonna care.
Because nobody would know them. Anybody that we know that would say any of this shit would be getting the same treatment.
And a lot of people that we know, at that status won't have that status if they were saying what they actually wanted to say.
Nobody sounds smarter than Indians.
Why do you think most of the billionaires say nothing about Palestine?
He's not saying anything about Palestine either. If he was actually
Kanye's saying worse. You think he has to say something about Palestine? He's saying worse.
If he was talking about that, then it would be productive.
Worse.
If he was talking about that, then it would be productive and it would be actually bringing light to something that's important.
What does Kanye give a... I'm gonna be honest. What does Kanye care about Palestine?
He only cares about himself. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're sitting here listening to all this bullshit that he's got to say.
Kanye only cares about himself?
Yes, bro.
Do you know how many artists Kanye has put on and sent to the moon and changed their lives?
Bro. And guess what? That doesn't mean
Do you know how many?
out of the kindness of his heart?
Yes.
Or is Big Sean still mad about how much he's not eating?
Every artist is mad. There are more artists mad at Jewish CEOs.
I'm sick of y'all acting like that's
There are
charity.
more artists
Niggas
mad at Jewish CEOs than there are artists mad at Kanye.
That shit is not charity.
Kanye has made more artists successful than Jewish CEOs.
And guess what? All of those artists that he made, he's putting money into his own pocket so that way he can be a billionaire. Niggas is not doing fucking charity. All of this too, if you're an egomaniac person, you get to say, oh, I got this, so
Kanye
he's under me.
Kanye has dropped.
You got your success because of me.
Kanye has dropped
all
every
for
artist.
yourself.
Kanye has dropped every artist that wanted to go.
What are you talking about?
Every artist that Kanye wanted to leave Kanye's album, he let them go with nothing. Even if they owed them, even if there was a tab piece. So you can't say that about Kanye. Yes, he played the game. Yes, he fell into it. Oh, niggas is signing me. I can sign niggas on a different level. Kanye produced Cardi's Whole Lot of Red and changed his life. Cardi's not signed to fucking Kanye. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, bro, niggas can't say this about Ye. Mm-hmm. It's a whole different ball game. Whole different ball game, bro. Trust. This nigga does not have to be doing this. He's only doing this because this is how you can fight the battle. Yo, he's trying to show artists. Yo, niggas are slaves. Niggas are slaves.
He's like,
hell, niggas are slaves. Hell, you would sign a deal. You would sign a deal to a Jew.
So guess what? Me, depending on what's in the contract, because I'm not gonna sign anything that's gonna have me complaining about it. These niggas.
Would you sign to Kanye West or a random a CEO, a record label with a CEO who's white?
What are the terms of the contract? Because I'm gonna always rock with everything black, but guess what? Kanye,
same exact terms. White CEO Kanye. Because he's black. So he ain't doing something bad enough. I'll tell you right now. He ain't doing something bad enough, and you know it. And you know it.
Bro, I'm not the talkative.
And you
First of all,
know it.
I don't let niggas rage bait me. And
Kanye not rage baiting me. I'm rage baiting the Jews. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
He's trying to rage bait the world. He's trying to rage bait not just that.
No, he's not rage baiting the world. The world is feeding into it, and they're making it loud. Yo, the Jews control all the media behind closed doors. Imagine all the media. Imagine this is all over the media. Yo, look at all the platforms that, if you're not eating off this Kanye content right now, you're a dummy. You are a dummy. And guess what? They can't. Niggas will lose their jobs. If you're not eating off this Kanye content, you are a dumbass. Your academics is going to the moon with this shit. Why? Because he's a self-owned platform. And he's signed to Spotify. Spotify can't tell him shit.
I think I saw him on TMZ, academics.
He probably was on there, but I don't think he has business with them too much. But bro, you know what I'm saying? And look at all the platforms that can't eat off this shit. And they're probably behind closed doors because they would get fired.
Why?
Because they're promoting Jewish hate.
But if they get to mask it as calling Kanye the crazy person, they get to make more money. None of them are not eating off of it.
They can't post about it. They can't talk about it. And they're missing out, bro. Trust. This Kanye thing he's doing is a social project.
So why did he have to go and attack fat bitches like that? Like, he didn't have to say that. He was talking about they're visually offensive and all that kind of he just wanted to
I'm not trying to see who was mad about what the most.
And again, I think there's absolutely nothing productive that
there were obvious rage baits in that interview, and we stated that. Even I stated that. Some things were just unnecessary. All the F-bombs, unnecessary. But the tactic that he has in mind, yeah, bro, he
is not who y'all think he is anymore, bro. He's not some general that's like has some super secret plan and is like, yo, he's just sporadically acting however he feels in the moment, satisfying whatever urges he has because
streams of consciousness.
Because here's the problem that comes with getting too rich at a younger age is again like that.
Kanye West did not get rich at a young age.
At a younger age, for him to be a
Kanye West got rich like damn near 30, bro.
Bro, he's a billionaire. And he's
in his 40s, but he got rich in his 30s, 20s, late 20s. Kanye was not rich as a teenager.
Late 20s?
Yeah.
Bro.
Kanye was not rich as a teenager.
Bro, that's still...
It is early in life.
We're talking about a billionaire in your 40s, bro. What are we talking about for a second? And so...
One of the very few...
My point is, when you get
all
rich,
the other billionaires
when
are...
you get too much money,
You know who?
80 million fucking years old and white and Jewish or whatever, but regardless...
You know they froze his bank accounts? Do you know how mad you would be? Yo, my nigga, don't act like you ain't never went against the system before and because you had no fucking choice. Do you know how mad you would be?
Y'all trying to talk about him like he's fucking MLK.
Do you know how mad you would be if niggas froze $450 million?
I'd be just as mad, but I'm not gonna sit here and
you would show up at niggas' front door steps.
And I would
imagine you down bad. You fighting for your family. You fighting for your life. You got legal fees, and niggas freeze the one thing that can surpass
all of this. Is self-serving, and I wouldn't expect the world to act like I'm some sort of martyr.
You don't have to. He's not. He doesn't need. He's not expecting the world to think that.
You're trying to treat him like he's some kind of activist martyr, and that's not what it is.
But that's not because of Kanye.
Everything is self-interest.
Kanye didn't tell me to do that though. I can visibly see it for myself. Kanye is not sitting on the screen.
What are you seeing?
Guys, why shouldn't you tell me? I'm able to visibly see.
What are you seeing?
Yo, if niggas froze 450 of my dollars, 450 million of my bucks,
But I wouldn't be MLK for getting it back. I wouldn't expect people to call me MLK or treat me like I have some grand plan. Nigga, all of this is self-serving at the end of the day. And I'd be the first one to admit, yeah, it's selfish, nigga. They took my shit, I'm trying to get it back. That's the definition of self-serving. It doesn't help anybody else.
You gonna do it the nice way?
It doesn't have to be the nice way or not. I just wouldn't want people to act as if it's some kind of grand plan or I'm trying to call out or fight the system. No, I'm trying to get my shit back for me. It's about me, not nobody else.
What were you about to say?
Nah, just that I feel like he really just wants to fight for his family. And
nigga, I want my ex back too. She's not coming back. Get over it.
He's not worried about his ex.
Get over it.
Yo, he's not worried about his ex.
No.
He's worried about having access to his
need
kids.
you to come back to me.
I think what he realized is that she cared more about having her career than
a family.
It happens.
I know.
It happens to so many people.
Okay,
so what?
He's allowed to crash out though. Yo, you can't say Kanye West is canceled. You can't say Kanye West is canceled because he publicly crashed out over his baby mama, bro. Niggas that are not famous do the same thing.
Yeah, but guess what? They go out here and call old people some kind of nigga rape cock bitch. They don't go out here and do all that shit, bro. What are we talking about? I'm a Nazi because my BM left me? I want my girl back. Okay, I'm a Nazi now.
Listen. You got 4 of my kids.
Here.
I turned your fashion business up. I changed your public perception.
Yeah.
I changed your life,
so now I'm gonna call
you was going out the drain, ho.
Yeah. And now. And
I gave you 4 black kids.
So.
No, but I think it was at the level when it happened, he wasn't saying all this crazy shit. At the time, he was just saying
he wanted his family back.
And because he said I like Trump, that became a actual tension in his life. So he's doing this whole what the fuck why does social media have so much control over our lives?
Right.
Crashing out on social media.
Right.
I think that's the fight that he's seeing.
Yes.
Wait, the fight. What is the fight?
Why does social media control our lives? Why? And then now he's talking about
the way that you're gonna talk and the way that you're gonna combat. Oh, social media has too much of an impact on our lives is by saying the most outrageous things you can think of every single time you can think of and posting
because
them
the platforms are owned by the
right?
Jewish people.
So yeah, I'm just gonna continue to get more engagement and put more money in their pockets by saying this outrageous bullshit.
No, you do outlandish. No, what you do is you do outlandish shit on their platforms where all the people are at to expose what's going on.
Oh my God.
They have to pay for that.
And then they ban you, and then you're gonna cry about being suppressed.
Yo, you know what Kanye said?
And they ban you.
You know what?
Didn't they ban his shit?
Listen, no, they can't.
No, didn't they at one point?
For 10 hours, bro. When Kanye West said this, everything clicked. because I was like, yo, what's going on?
That's what he was
When he said this one thing,
Elon banned. Elon said this is a free speech thing. So
at some point, wasn't his Twitter deactivated at some point? And he
with Joe Biden was running presidency,
and he begged everybody to help him get his shit back, right?
He got it back.
Okay, so it's like,
look,
to get it back.
And look what he's doing when he got it back. Right to the same shit. Look, you know what I'm saying?
So do you hate the platform or not? They banned you off the shit. You hate the platform.
He hated them because I thought it was freedom of speech.
Nigga.
But now it is freedom of speech, and now he loves it.
Man.
You know? But look, when Kanye said this, we can end it here too, because I know it's been a little while. We have things to do.
We have been talking for a little
Kanye West said this, and everything clicked. He said, you know, they're going to have to shut everything down to stop me. And I was like, wow, oh my God, because they own everything behind closed doors. They can create the narrative. If they want to attack you, they don't have to show up at your front doorstep, and they can silence you with a sniper. They get somebody to do it, and we've seen the JFK files. It's all leaked. We know what's going on now. We'll get into that next episode.
And there's the arrogance. Niggas think he's important enough to where the shit that he's saying is going to make people have to try to murder him for this shit,
They kill actors all the time. They kill niggas that know shit. But look, don't sleep. If he
knew shit that meant anything, then he would have already been said it.
All right,
he doesn't
listen,
know shit that
don't
means
sleep.
anything.
He's not just saying shit that they know. He's saying shit that they don't want to hear.
Right.
Okay.
He's not just saying shit that niggas don't need to know.
All of this
He's
is
saying shit that they personally. Imagine if you're an egotistical. Imagine you're an egotistical billionaire Jew connected to the Jewish mob. You know you can get niggas whacked. You're watching Kanye West on your platform that you're making billions of dollars on. Scream Nazi, Nazi, Nazi. Look at my Jew chain. Nazi, 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 Nazi. The only way to stop that.
He said.
And he's saying the Grange. Bro, imagine you gotta keep funding that. He about to drop a project on Spotify with the fucking shit on the cover art. They gotta promote that shit because they're gonna make money off that shit too, or they gotta miss out on that.
They don't have to promote nothing. That's the whole problem.
It's still gonna be out there on the platforms,
right?
Or else he can legally sue their ass.
And you gotta.
They can't discriminate because he lets them post shit that he lets them post Black Pain. We post Black Pain. We profit off Black Pain. We got pictures of niggas. We got videos of niggas getting whacked in their music videos. Niggas got the worst shit possible.
We consume that
niggas
shit.
are.
If the black community was stop. If the black community was as outraged about certain things as we should be,
now we want MLK status.
As other communities
now we want MLK status.
Then we have a right to complain. No,
now we should be moving into MLK status, huh?
Listen to the point.
You know he had 2 wives.
Yeah, listen to the point, right?
You know he had 2 wives.
All of these other communities are outraged about it. And that's why now they have the power to get rid of it. You're sitting here talking about, oh, well, they're allowed to promote Black Pain, so now when he promotes this, it's a problem. It's like, well, there's not enough of us in this community to say, hey, we're outraged by this, we don't accept that. Because then otherwise they're going to
What do you mean there's not enough of us? We've been saying this shit for years.
That's bullshit because we've been
saying it for years.
No. You don't see no type of...
Kanye West is
how many Jewish creators are making shit with Nazis? Yo, they don't make shit about that.
I don't know.
How many Jewish people in their community are actually making content in their art about Jewish pain? They're and like saying, hey, Nazi this, Nazi that, and because then you'd have a right to say, oh well, so we can talk about this, but we can't talk about that. But if their entire community says, yo, anytime somebody even mentions this, we're not jacking it, then how can our community try and play but we talk about Black Pain? Niggas love singing these songs. And it's like, and if we tried to ban it, it'd be too many of you saying, oh man, we're expressing our pain, man, it's our artwork. But then after this again, right, you don't see them making drill songs about the Holocaust. It doesn't happen. They don't talk about it. It's something that truly bothers them as a community and a unit. So that's why it's not the same to where you can say, well, they're promoting this, but they're not promoting that. Because it's not like in the other community, they're uplifting it and saying, hey, this is a part of our culture and who we are. But over here, yeah, we'll take the Black Pain and we'll do this and we'll lift it up and we'll glorify it. There's a lot of people, I enjoy listening to that kind of music.
No. We're being taken advantage of by Jewish people with money
but it's not Jewish people making
know they
songs.
can put us in position by giving us a check.
They're not making the
off our
songs.
pain. That's the game.
But they're not making the songs.
That's literally the game.
They're not listening to the
before
songs.
You know
they're not doing nothing.
Before you know it, you gave your life away and you're fucked. And somebody else profited off your pain because they psychologically knew that they could get over on you.
If enough of us felt like that was unacceptable, if enough of us felt like that was truly unacceptable, then first of all, the people
that would not stop us.
Why not?
Why not? Because that falls into you saying systemic racism isn't really real. Because it is. Because a lot of us, a lot of niggas grow up poor.
Being successful in the world. You're telling me right now because of racism, because of the color of your skin, you can't go and get money?
That's not the only thing that causes this systemic racism.
No, but that's my point, because again, you took my point and tried to make it as if it was. My point is, racism is not stopping nobody in this country from achieving what they want to achieve. You can go out and do whatever the fuck you want to do. And if you think it's going to be, like, maybe...
You not know the whole DEI shit we just got rid of over the past 4 years?
And guess what, right? Yeah, we got rid of it, so what? Now what, niggas are not going to get jobs?
Niggas have not been getting jobs.
Oh, brother.
White or black. Niggas ain't getting jobs, period.
I know a girl right now
who just finished.
I know a girl who just left law school.
Hard job market right now.
It's a hard job market for mad people. They're complaining. I'm sitting here, I'm talking about racism is not going to be the thing that stops you from getting the things that you want out of this world. Hell,
but systemic failure isn't always just, it's deeper than racism.
What systems are you going to say right now? Because we can talk about the failures in the educational system, but we can't talk about redlining anymore because that's been eliminated for a long time. We can maybe try and talk about credit practices and maybe opportunities to business funding and stuff like that, but there's too much information out there to where there's mad black people who make a living off of helping black people get funding and stuff like that. So so if you really want it, it's not going to be impossible for you to get the information that you need and get the resources. So what resources are there that is like, damn, that's completely inaccessible to me because of the color of my skin?
I'll tell you right now. And we could actually we'll get into this in the next episode. But I know how the Jewish community works, right? Look, and you can say this. You can say I'm just beating each other. I'm feeding into it too much. But I just had the opportunity to have an understanding of how they work. We go to school. We learn about unnecessary bullshit. That's never gonna do bullshit for us in the future. Half of their community, they do this thing where the kids don't learn. I'm not gonna say everybody, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what? I'm not gonna go into that. But there's a lot of scams that they do where they just go to the little schools that they do in their inner communities, teach them what they need to know, their religion, and how to make fucking money when you get older. All the other bullshit is cut. And you know
that has nothing to do with racism. That's a difference in culture, because you're sitting here talking about public schools in the entire United States.
Okay, but now look at the advantage. Look at the percentage of advantage.
So that means
look at the percentage of them that pan out successful.
That means culturally we have to change that, because they don't participate in American culture.
But how do you do that culturally? You start from the inside.
That means you start
schools.
Huh? No, you make your own shit. You don't go to public school. It's not public school that's gonna. You have to go.
They own our public schools too. By the way, I'm just letting you know. Like,
you're not.
I'm showing you what Kanye.
That has nothing to do with the conversation we're having. We were talking about racism and the color of your skin. We were talking about racism and the color of your skin. You started talking about Jewish people and their culture and their schools versus public school that you went to, where it went all.
They own their own schools and ours.
So what happens is, as a culture, niggas need to have their own schools that we make. There's charter schools for a reason. So when you decide, you know what, this is what's important to us as a culture. Did you go to charter school? Guess what? No, I did not.
You went to public school?
Yes, same.
In a school that was 9 times out of 10 owned by a Jew.
That was what?
9 times out of 10, the high school you went to, Clarkstown, was owned by a Jew.
And that didn't stop me from getting any opportunities. So I don't understand the point that you were trying to make.
Do you know the opportunity that his kid has right now?
It doesn't matter what. To be honest, it doesn't matter what they have.
You know the free opportunity that kid can now pick up and take advantage of somebody else with his money. So, and he's most likely going to go out there and do it.
So because of the difference.
That's what Kanye's trying to tell niggas, bro. They have so much money, they are taking advantage of and weaponizing it.
So then how about y'all?
Have no say.
So then how about y'all decide to prioritize shit that's more important than fucking 50-50 conversations, buying fucking Mercedes-Benz and all the, because again, you gotta
Kanye West is the only...
We value so much other shit than shit that's important. So now we're looking at other cultures. Oh man, well, why is it that they get to do this? They have all these opportunities. Man, that's what they value.
Guess what?
We don't value those same things. If we did, then we would change that, but we don't.
They do value those things because they have hookers too. They own all the porn websites. They own Lamborghinis. They have big houses.
But guess what?
Luxury.
You told me what they value.
All the same things. The only thing is, they're also on the other side of it. They own it and they do it. We are just paying to have an opportunity once in a while when we have the opportunity. Kanye West is showing niggas that he still has the opportunity to do whatever the fuck he wants and saying fuck you to all these niggas.
Oh, brother. Everybody
That's
has
the
the right
point
to
of
do
all
what the
this.
fuck they want. Who on this planet doesn't have the right to do whatever they
First
want
time
to
he
do?
did that, they stripped him of all his money and froze $450 million when he was
and guess what, right?
when he was in bed with them.
Because guess what? You think you're gonna be off? So now switch it. If you was black, if you was Haitian, and you had somebody on your bank talking about, oh, Haitians is this, and the third, you just get off my fucking bank. Get out. What are we talking about? This is it's rational shit, bro.
So now we don't have freedom of speech.
It's a private business. Fuck your freedom of speech, nigga. It's a private business. What are we talking about?
You sound liberal.
Hold on, wait.
You sound pretty liberal.
In a private business,
I didn't know you was against freedom of speech,
nigga. You think in my
I didn't know JPA was against freedom of speech.
In my private business, I own the so that means in my restaurant,
you're allowed to work?
In my restaurant, you think I'm gonna let a nigga come in there and talk about, oh, you dirty Haitians better serve me this damn food? Fuck you, get out of here.
And
they're
you're
like,
allowed to
oh,
work?
I have freedom of speech.
Hey, bro.
A nigga suck my dick. This is my private business.
Hey, look.
Fuck is we talking about? You think you niggas can? You see, that's the problem.
In your line of
What?
work, as a bank, what somebody got to say should not get in the way.
Why? It's a
of what's
privately
bringing in
owned
the
business.
business.
It's a privately owned business at the end of the day. Fuck that! It's a service I'm providing you. It's a private business. That's the thing, right? If you wanted to talk reckless about people,
with the, you know what I mean?
They have that story where like Jeffrey Epstein or something had the same bank account or like banked at the same place, so they were saying like, damn, how you got like a whole ass pedophile?
Cause guess what, right? If you purposely
exactly.
Guess what? At the end of the day,
right?
If you come
they
here,
didn't freeze his account.
If you come here,
thank you for that.
If you piss me off, I have the right to kick off whoever the fuck I want. I don't care. So that, again, right? I'll go back to my business. I'll go back to my restaurant. A nigga can come in and he could be a murderer. He could be whoever.
That's your line of work is different.
But guess what, right? But if he decides that he wants to start disrespecting me, and I feel like kicking you out of here, and then they go like, well, you don't have, but I have a right to eat here. I have a right to eat here. I'm like, no, the fuck you don't.
Right.
This is a private business. Fuck out of here. Go bake with your own people then.
So
you want to talk shit about Haitians? Go in an Italian restaurant and then y'all can all do it together. But don't come in here and then think you got a right to be here, nigga.
Right.
Fuck you.
Facts.
What are we talking about?
Now I'm gonna tell you what we're talking about. He is now showing niggas that he can still say whatever the fuck he wants. Because he's having that motion.
It's not with JP Morgan, you're not, nigga. You still not from here. We didn't put your money back. We didn't reopen your account,
nigga. There's more niggas out there than JP Morgan.
Okay, that's fine.
Most niggas will humble. Most niggas will humble and never come back ever again.
You missed the point. They didn't. First of all, they didn't steal his money. They said you can't bank with us. Your shit is not here. They legally couldn't keep his money, so they didn't steal his shit. They said, yo, fuck you. You can't be here.
Okay.
But the problem is everybody's trying to sit here and
he couldn't use it to defend himself.
Everybody's trying to sit here and act. No, let me finish. People are trying to sit here and act. You just tried to sit here and act like it was wrong for them to do that, and he had a right to say whatever he wants and still be there. And my point is,
his wife is a lawyer.
The point is, no, you do not. If you piss off the people at they don't. Everywhere has the right to refuse a service to you, and that doesn't make you a victim. Just go somewhere else. So that means if you want to talk shit about whoever you want to, you can. You're not telling us anything special. You're not fighting the power. There's nothing new. You're telling us, yeah, you can say whatever you want.
I'll tell you how.
So what? If you bank people who don't care, then you can say that, but don't piss them off because now you piss them off too. Guess what? You're out of here too. All right. This is a private shit. You can't just say whatever you want and expect people to have to deal with your ass. They don't have to deal with shit.
All right, boom. Now I'll tell you what, right? Think about if you're Kanye. Think about this, right? The doctor that overly medicated you and threatened to medicate you so bad that you would never see, that you'd be in twilight forever. Jew. The bank that you banking with went against you. Why? Because they're Jewish. Yo, wait. The record.
They didn't wake up and become Jewish and say, you know what, we're gonna pick on Kanye West. They said, yo, this nigga said some shit that pissed us off. Yes, because you just said some shit that's wildly disrespectful to us, and this is our shit.
Why is it disrespectful? Bro, they're Jewish.
Nah, that was before.
No, he literally was. No, they didn't just wake up randomly and say, you know what, we're just gonna stop doing business with Kanye West. Kanye West was tweeting all kinds of shits about Jews, and then as a response, they said, you know what, we don't condone.
Because everybody in his way. Everybody in his way. That's behind. Yes.
So how was Jimmy Morgan in his way before that?
The reason why you said in his way, and on stream I said this, is because Kanye West is on a level that we can't see. Kanye West is on a level that we can't elaborate. He's a billionaire. We don't live the life of Kanye West.
So what?
We do not live the life of Kanye West.
So
his
what?
everyday life is not ours.
So?
His access, what he has access to, we do not have access to.
So what?
And not for a million miles. We will not get near it.
So what?
We will probably not get near Kanye West without extreme. We probably will. Hopefully through the grace. Not I ain't through the grace at this point. But you know what I'm saying. But like niggas like Kanye West at that status, they're like ghosts. You won't ever see them. You really just hear about them. They're really famous. It's hard to be in the same room as these people, whatever the case may be. Bro, what he has access to is different. What he knows is way deeper than what we know.
What you're trying to say? You keep saying this. What is the impact?
So what I'm trying to say is his everyday confrontations and what he's dealing with and how he's dealing with it. He probably has a deeper understanding. And there's probably a real reason why he has a real hate for these people. You're saying Kanye doesn't have a right to hate Jewish people?
Anybody has the right to hate whoever the fuck they want. All I'm trying to say is when you start hating, when you have whatever reasons you have to hate these people, don't expect then those same people to have to owe you some kind of kindness or grace or have to do business.
You don't think they have to?
Well, obviously niggas would.
He wants to show niggas.
Your whole
he's
point
showing young black boys from the hood that you could be a billionaire and stand on your 2 feet
Your whole
too.
point 5 minutes ago
And have a message.
shouldn't have done that. Your whole point 5 minutes ago was JP Morgan shouldn't have done that. And
what do you mean should have? I never said JP Morgan should have done that.
Yeah. Okay.
I never.
Your whole
when did I say
point
JP Morgan
10 minutes ago was acting as if JP Morgan was wrong for getting him off there, and just you guys are talking.
No, my whole point was the reason why he's doing that is because JP Morgan did that. And they did that because they're Jewish and they took offense to what he had to say about Jews. And that's what I mean by he has a deeper understanding of what it takes and what happens when you mess with the Jews. We don't get our bank. I can tweet fuck Jews right now and I will not get my bank account frozen. He will get his bank account frozen. I do not have as much money. He has a deeper understanding of what it's like dealing with these things.
I'll tell you what can happen to you. You might say that, and then an opportunity comes up, and then somebody finds that tweet, and you don't get that opportunity. Just because you're going flying under the radar, because not enough people will see your shit. So the head of JP Morgan might not see King Mill tweeted this.
Yes.
But let you try and apply at a job at some Jewish
that's
place.
moving with a corporate. That's moving with a corporate mindset.
Try and go to college or some shit like that.
That's not moving with a real entrepreneurial mindset. That's moving corporately. That's like not getting a tattoo because you want to make sure you get a good job.
Even getting approved for a loan. Even getting approved for a loan. Let the bank that you're trying to go get approved from. They might see that if it's a private owned bank, they have the right.
Credit score means way more than that tweet to them.
No, it depends.
Chances are my 800 credit score will be what they'll be looking at.
Nigga, you're talking about $500 million that was in that JP Morgan account and it wasn't worth that.
We're not talking about me at $500 million. We're talking about me right now.
You're talking about an 800 credit score. I'm talking about JP Morgan literally had $400 million in cash in that account and they said fuck this account.
JP Morgan also. JP Morgan.
They don't give a fuck about your credit score. If they saw that tweet and they pissed off the wrong person, they'll say, you know what, you're denied. Fuck you. You can't bank.
Guess what? Who took?
And that's not a problem. Why is that a problem?
Who froze JP Morgan's funds?
Wait, why is that a problem?
I'll tell you why. Who froze JP Morgan's funds when that boat full of cocaine got caught in the middle of the ocean? Who penalized them? That shit got washed under the water.
Guess what?
Nobody was here to penalize them. You wanna know why? Because they're in control.
Because they have power.
So Kanye's trying to show niggas I can do what I want and still hold my own power. I can still call a driver right now and head on to a jet and go to my mansion and still not have my funds frozen and do dirty, backdoor, disgusting shit and can't nobody tell me shit.
So the same point I've been saying the whole time.
He's just showcasing it to them.
So the same point I've been saying the whole time.
He's not whipping black people. I would understand if he was whipping black people.
So yes or no?
If he was a slave master. He ain't doing that.
So we could have saved 45 minutes of conversation because you're saying the same thing I just said. It's for himself. It's not productive for nobody but him.
No, I'm not saying that.
Well, that's what you just said.
I'm not saying that. But I'm not saying that.
He's trying to show them that he can. Yeah, because
he's trying to show young black boys from the hood that you can own power.
He understands that part.
That's the point I'm trying to make. You can show young black boys from the hood that you can have power. Two.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to have that.
And then the way you have power is talk about broke niggas. You broke niggas like, yeah, fuck you broke niggas.
Everybody call you not broke. He on Forbes and guess who put him on?
I'm talking about the tweet.
Guess who put him on?
I watched Kanye tweet out of his mouth how much he hates broke niggas and broke niggas don't need no opinion. So
they don't.
So you sitting there talking about, oh, he's trying to inspire young black boys. They are broke. They are the same broke people he's fucking talking about.
No,
Young black boys don't have no fucking money.
There's a
So they
difference.
are in the same fucking
Broke is a mindset. Broke is a mindset. Somebody with a broke mindset is gonna be like, man, and I'm not saying you or whatever, but I'm saying somebody with a broke mindset, they might not hear him, bro. They might not. Some.
We are the broke niggas to this nigga, bro.
But yes.
He doesn't want to hear shit you have to say.
And that's what I mean by he's not trying to tell us. Like, he's not trying to be, yo, do this. He's not telling you to be a Nazi.
You just tried to say that he's trying to show black boys that you can have the power
by acting like a Nazi.
What power is that? Congratulations.
Yes,
what do you
I'm still a
what do you-
billionaire.
So,
Most niggas won't be a billionaire after this.
my entire point is,
Most niggas won't be a billionaire after that.
All of it is completely unproductive, and no, nothing changes. You can be an asshole. Niggas
It's
think you're
unproductive
an
for real?
asshole.
Is it though?
It is.
It was the most viral interview that.
It doesn't matter if it's viral.
It was number one on YouTube.
That's still unproductive for
In
society,
journalism,
bro.
no, it's not. In journalism, no, it's unless you're fully uninvested in
Nigga,
hip-hop.
I saw them make.
Unless you're not invested in hip hop, it's unproductive because
Bro.
that's for niggas who got shit to do, like go flip pizzas and shit. If
So-
you're invested in hip hop, this is interesting.
Okay, so you're trying to say that's productive, right?
It
So that's like when the Ellen Show finds some rent. Remember that little white boy that was yodeling in the Walmart? That was a productive
That's
video.
unproductive.
How?
Because what are we
people
doing
talked
here?
about it. People talked about it.
This
it was
wasn't- this
viral.
wasn't-
It was super viral.
And look
People
what
talked
happened.
about it.
And look
he
what
went
happened.
on Ellen.
And look what happened. It came and went. It came
And this
and went.
will come and go too.
No, it won't.
This just happened like last week. It will come and go. It will come and go the exact same way because it's
You think
unproductive.
that picture of Kanye West in a Klansman suit is ever gonna come and go?
Yes. It'll be used as maybe a fucking meme, but nobody's
For
gonna
life.
give a fuck. Nobody's gonna give a fuck. That's not productive. That's not a productive thing for society.
Everybody's out there talking about it though.
Just like they were talking about that yodeling kid in Walmart.
But not to this altitude.
He was on Ellen, and they put his dance in Fortnite.
Ellen is not allowed to have Kanye West because she would lose her job and they would
That's not
pull her
the point.
license.
My point was they were
That's the
talking
thing.
about it.
No, that is the
Hold on,
point.
he is
Ellen would
completely
lose
putting
her
a whole
license if she
different
took
point.
that interview. She
You're
would
talking about a
lose
whole
her
different-
fucking funding
That's
if
not
she
the
took
point.
that interview.
The point was that people were talking about it. Just because people were
Without
talking about
a
something
platform like
does
Ellen,
not
they're still
make it
talking about
productive.
it.
Just
Yo,
because
he
people
stood
are
in the corner of a hotel on a Rumble live
So,
stream.
I wanna ask you this, right?
And it's viral.
Let me talk. So
You saying it's unproductive?
So that means everything that goes viral for you, that's productive for the world.
And
if it's viral-
in 2025, if you're not making money off attention,
That's not what I
you
said.
are bugged.
That's not what I said. I said if
You're
it's
not
viral,
blessed. Some niggas are not blessed enough to see that
So
side of
does that
things,
mean
though.
everything that goes viral, that means it's productive?
Yeah, niggas spend.
I saw a cat go viral the other
Niggas
day.
spend $9
What
million
productivity
for
is that?
Niggas spend $9 million for a 30-second Super Bowl ad.
What does it have to do with anything that I'm talking
Because
about?
attention is currency. It's 2025.
So then
Get with the program.
so your answer is yes. Everything that goes viral is productive.
You're gonna see what happens when we get a viral clip. You're gonna be like, oh, this is what come and go viral for real.
But we're doing
And this might be one of the
we're
ones.
We're trying
I
to
go
build
live.
something.
Yes.
We're actively trying to build something on purpose.
We got
right?
episodes under our legs.
We're actively trying
We're
to build
building.
something on purpose.
You
right?
have to
saw
see what happens when you actually get that viral shit. You gonna be like, whoa, I need to go viral every day.
I saw a nigga.
Trust, it's trust.
I saw a parrot bobbing its head to Sean Paul, right?
Unfortunately
and
for that
that
parrot-
was viral. But guess what? That doesn't make it productive to the world.
I bet you the person who posted that video can go do something productive with his life now.
They got paid for it. That person, wherever it is, they got paid
That's
for
productive.
it. But that doesn't. I don't consider everything.
Is that not?
I don't consider everything that's like. All right.
What's the best form of productivity? Getting paid, right?
Okay.
I'd rather do something productive
So that
than
means
get paid.
so a prostitute, she turned out 3 chicks today. That means that was her doing that. That was that was productive for
Is
the
that
world.
the only way she was able to eat?
That was productive for the world.
Is that the only way she was able to eat?
Okay, so you see,
Somebody was horny.
It was productive.
Somebody needed to eat.
You're talking about
Somebody needed to eat. Somebody horny. Nobody's saying it's
You're talking about
now. We're
personally.
not. That's not.
I'm talking
righteous.
about. I'm talking about
It's not
impact.
righteous.
I'm talking about
Different
impact.
conversation.
I'm talking about impact on the world. Productive for the world. You're talking about was it productive for that person to wake up and do that?
It was
that
productive
day?
for
and that's
her.
2 different things.
In her realm of the world that she's living in right now, it was productive for her.
But
now, is
but
it
for the rest of us, nobody gave a fuck.
Is it illegal for the sake of humanity?
I'm not even talking about.
Yes.
I'm not even talking about.
Yes, it's illegal for the sake of humanity.
I'm talking about none of us gave a fuck that she did that, and that means it wasn't productive. It didn't change shit. It didn't change shit about our lives that she went and turned that trick. Congratulations, you went and did something cool. It doesn't change anything for us. So I'm trying to say, if it doesn't change something for a majority of people, it's unproductive. And what I'm trying to say about Kanye West in this whole conversation is him rage baiting like this is nothing but productive for himself. So it doesn't matter how much money he makes himself off of. You said he spent $9 million on a Super Bowl ad.
He's getting a point across though.
The point across that has no impact on anybody else but himself. That's what I'm trying to say. It has no impact on any of us. None of us see no kind of It's just cool to see. It's cool to see, and then guess what? You'll be able to take it and try and mock.
I wouldn't put a Klansman suit on neither. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. I don't consider myself a Nazi. I don't have a deep hate for Jewish people, but I understand why he is upset. I think he has a right to be crazy. Not saying what he's doing is right or wrong. I just understand why this nigga's crazy, and what he's doing is getting me to see what he's actually trying to say. Everything else he do is on his own time.
This nigga's always trying to say something. People are always trying to understand what he's trying to say.
We have
like,
a podcast, bro.
No,
we are trying to say
talking
something. Like, we are no different.
This has been the conversation with Kanye West for a while. He's always said something outlandish, and then people had to try and interpret and he was trying to say this and he was trying to say that. And it's like, bro, at the end of the day, sometimes niggas just be saying shit and it doesn't matter. And it's like, all right, cool.
His problem is it's too much irrational shit mixed with streams of consciousness. But the streams of consciousness really gets to it. But he has so much ADD with it. Even when he records, he's like, I just had to say that so we can get the clip because I needed to get that off. All right, go ahead. It's like, it's mad impulsive and just ridiculous. But I got ADD too. Shit, damn, man. I know how to fucking be fucking. He talking to dummies, nigga. Me. He talking to me. Not, but to an extent, because I can understand, like, yo, bro, all right, this is ignorant, this is unnecessary, you need to chill. And, yeah, we can leave it there, because, you know, we're going to see if he has anything more to say. We'll see what his album does, because, you know, that's going to be something to talk about. I heard the Heil Hitler song. Yo, bro, it's ridiculous. But that's going to bring us to a whole other thing, so
what a fucking dick rider, bro. I think my biggest problem with the way Kanye West acts is it's the same energy of the guy that like only dates like white girls, and they talk like, if it's not snowing, I'm not going. And
he's open about it though.
And it's like, bro, like you're dick. Like, why are you dick riding Hitler? Like, bro, it's just, and it's like the nigga doesn't fuck with you. Like, he'd be like, if Hitler ever ran into you in real life, bro, you would be tossed in the same chamber, bro. You'd be shot on sight. So I be seeing it's certain shit. It's just like, it's just so corny because it's like,
I don't know about that, man. Hitler. I don't know. Nobody really said he hated black people.
Go do some history. You're wrong.
Well, niggas that did real history saying the Holocaust wasn't even real.
Oh, fucking. Okay, yo, let's end this shit, yo. Yo, this was Brizzagad Podcast, bro. We back. Sorry for the delay, yo. My name is JP. You can follow me on the gram at JP Official. You feel me? That's King Monday, guy. Yo, do your outro, bro. What the fuck, man?
Peace.